Hey guys, woo, me, Magnus Robert here, bringing you another amazing tier list video. And I think someone commented last time, like, you've done Ed Peltier before you did T-Dog as the protagonist, and fair enough, whatever, let's do T-Dog. So today we are doing the wheel rewrite, but T-Dog is the protagonist. Yeah, that's right, we're having the T-Dog, and I've added an extra little thing here, so same formula as last time, but I've added a new thing, which is who is his love interest. Now, I had a few suggestions about like different like things, like friendships and all that, and adding like different like romances and wheeling for that too. And I understand that, and if you want to do that, that's cool. These videos I make are too long already, so we're not going to be doing that. I'm still going to be sticking with the same formula, and we'll see. Maybe next time I don't do the same formula. Maybe I change it up a bit. Who knows? But let's get into it. Let's not diddy-daddle, because this video is probably going to be like 2 hours at this rate. So, first up, let's decide who is T-Dog's love interest. Now, I think I might re-roll if it's a guy. Just because T-Dog's love interest is Glenn. And we're going to re-roll, because I don't know if I feel like I want a pregnancy. So, it really comes down to biology. I do apologize to Glenn that he cannot have the amazing T-Dog as a man. It can't be Jim. That is close to Jackie, though. But we're going to have to re-roll again. Oh, no. Bro. It is it? That's perfect. Okay, so T-Dog. So this whole time, Rick was worried about... Rick was worried about Shane banging Laurie, but he should have been worried about T-Dog. And that's what... that was really happening. Now... I also am giving T-Dog's love interest immunity until season 3. So T-Dog has immunity and T-Dog's love interest has immunity until season 3. So Laurie now has immunity until basically her death. So that's interesting. So now who gets handcuffed on the roof? Which character is the character who gets handcuffed on the roof? Wow. Why is it constantly children? I know I've already re-rolled like constantly, but I'm sick of it being children who are getting handcuffed on the roof. It makes no sense. This is more interesting, though. This is more interesting. Do you know what? It was worth it. It was worth the re-roll. It's Rick. Okay, so this makes even better sense. So Rick shows up. I guess Merle, like, maybe, yeah, like Merle beat up T-Dog or something, and then, I don't know. How would this even work? Okay, this is how it works. Are you ready? So Merle was beating on T-Dog. Rick tried to intervene, but Merle beat up Rick, handcuffed Rick to the roof, and then Merle like directed everyone like, we're gonna get that van, we're gonna do the guts trick, etc., etc. So although Merle was like an asshole, he still kind of saved the group. And then in the ruckus, they ended up leaving poor Rick, who is like still looking for his family. Where's my wife? And they got back, and then obviously they went to go look for Rick, but by this point Rick chopped his hand off, and eventually Rick goes to Woodbury, I guess. This is quite good. So Rick's off in Woodbury. He's our new Merle, and I guess T-Dog then swoops in and he's like, listen, Laurie, I'll protect you. Don't. And I guess Laurie cheats on Shane with T-Dog, because by this point, right, they don't know who Rick is, or maybe, I don't know, maybe Rick hadn't even said his name. And maybe he had, oh, his name's Rick, and they're like, oh, it's just a guy called Rick, it's just a sheriff called Rick. What a coincidence. Because, obviously, like, Shane and Laurie believe that Rick is dead, right? So they probably don't believe it's that Rick. Yeah, that's what I'm going to go with. That's what I'm going to go with. So they don't actually think it's that Rick. So we have Guillermo. I keep saying Guillermo wrong. I think I'm saying it right. I think it is Guillermo, isn't it? Not Guillermo. It's Guillermo. And lots of people were mad at me. Okay, I think I finally like fast. The problem is in this is not a name I've ever really come across until like The Walking Dead, because I don't live near any Spanish people. Okay, so it's. I think I learned how to say Guillermo, and then like my brain just like forgets when I make these videos. So it's Guillermo. And if I'm still saying it wrong, I apologize, okay? But we got the Guillermo decision, which is, does Guillermo come with the group? Heads, yes. Right? Was it? If heads, yes. It's tails. So no. So that means Guillermo dies, and that means I don't have to bother pronouncing his name anymore. So do you know what? It's a win for me. So he is dead. He dies off screen like he normally does. In a deleted scene, I guess. So next up, we are rolling for... Oh, Duane. We need to roll for that. Ignore this. Ignore this roll. So roll for Duane. So the Duane roll. Heads, Duane dies. Tails, he survives. Oh. Heads, he dies. Heads, Duane dies. Dies. Well, we're not adding any extra characters at least. That's nice. Moving on. Next up, we have Ed's death. So we have to roll for Ed's death. So, I should have closed this. Ed's death. Ed's death. Ed's death. Well, there you go. We'll just go with that one. Fuck it. First one is Eliza. So Eliza Morales is, I guess, in her tent. I don't know what. I guess she hasn't been injured. She's just in a tent. She's a child, I guess. And a zombie overpowers and eats her. Next one, we've got Amy's death. So who is going to the bathroom? To get toilet. Coming out to ask for toilet paper. Oh no! Oh no! Morales as well. Damn. Damn. So, two members of the Morales family already dead. Can we make it a third? And who gets the gym death? Which character is gymmed? Oh no, this is even better. This is better. Good on T-Dog. T-Dog. Yeah, that's right, Shane. That's right, Shane. So, Shane, I guess, is left by the tree, especially after he figures out that T-Dog was I don't want to say cooking him, but T-Dog was cooking him. No, T-Dog was having Laurie himself, and Shane got bit, and he was like, "Just leave me by the tree, please. Leave me by the tree." So, yikes. That's it for Shane. Shane, see you later. Oh wait, what am I doing? I just wrote T-Dog for Jim's death. That's not right. Shane. Who leaves to look for their family? It needs to make sense who goes with said person. So obviously this person is going to look for their family. For extended family, whatever it may be. It can just be one person, but obviously if it lands on some... Oh, wait. Okay. Fair enough. So Louis and Miranda. So obviously after the death of both Morales and... Eliza, Miranda and Louis decide to head off to look for family. So yeah, it's kind of similar how it happens in the show, but obviously without Morales or Eliza, they're basically both dead. So have I added Dr. Jenna? I have not yet added Dr. Jenna. So Dr. Jenna. Sorry about the dog bark, and there's fireworks going off. It's like bloody 6:30 and there's fireworks going off, and I can't do anything about it. Okay, so you just have to. Hopefully, it's doesn't pop up too loud. So we have to add Dr. Jenner, who is now he's in waiting. He's over here. He's in waiting. So we've added Dr. Jenner, haven't we? Yep, Dr. Jenner's been added. So next up we have, yes, CDC explosion. We got to roll the D6. So we're still doing the D6 rule. I just think this is very interesting. So it makes it a bit more interesting. Oh my God, fucking it. Oh, so 5 characters. Whoo, 5 characters are not making it out. Now, we only have 15 characters. Oh my God. We are losing 5 characters. Okay, the first one is Dale. Dale is dying in the CDC explosion. Whoo. Okay. 5. Dale. Who's the next one? Carol, oh no! Woo! Carol is off as well. Bloody fireworks, honestly. Carol, and then next up, who else is next? Oh, hang on, we'll add Carol before we forget. So see you later, Carol. Oh no, and Laurie! Wait, no, Laurie's immune. We just said Laurie's immune. Laurie's got immunity. It's not Laurie. She got immunity until season 3. Oh, that's a funny image. Ignore that. Amy. Oh, and Amy. Okay. I don't know how this... We'll have to try and make this make sense in a minute, okay? Amy. So there's 3. 4. 2 more we got to do. 2 more. No, not Merle as well. None of them make sense. Like, if it was Andrew and Amy, I could make it make sense. But Merle as well. A shit end for Merle, I will admit. But there you have it. There you have it. There you have it. This is the T-Dog show after all, so we don't want no racists. Okay, I've got a plan. Okay, I'm gonna write this into canon. Okay, we got one more death. It's Dr. Jenner himself. Okay, so Dr. Jenner decided to stay too. Okay, right. Let's make this work. Let's make this work. So, here's how it works, okay? So, basically, when the CDC exploded, obviously Jenner is killing himself as normal. I think what happens, okay, is obviously they're locked in. They're locked in. How do I make this make sense? Okay, so I think there's like 2 compartments, okay? You have the main like CDC room and like the bedrooms. And I think at the time, because there's obviously different characters here, not everyone's in like the main room when Dr. Jenner shuts the shutters. So I think Carol and Ed and Sophia are like in a different part, as are Dale and Amy, okay? Or as is Andrea. So it's Andrea, and then it's yeah, okay. So basically, when the thing goes down, okay, so Jenner's obviously going to kill himself. I think Merle and T-Dog kind of come to blows because of obviously their little spat in episode 1. Or I say spat. Merle's racist attack on T-Dog. I shouldn't call it a spat. I think T-Dog finally stands up to Merle again. They have a fight, and I think T-Dog wins this fight this time and beats the shit out of Merle to the fact that he's beaten to a pulp. And I guess Daryl kind of probably does defend his brother, but then like realizes sort of that T-Dog was kind of right. And I think like Daryl kind of turns on his own brother in a way, and then because of this, Merle's like sort of is spiteful, and maybe he does leave, but as the building explodes, like a part of the building like hits him and kills him. Okay, so it's kind of like an ironic death, I guess. So Daryl was pretty sad about that, but Merle dies. He's beaten up, and then he's like crushed by like a part of the building. So Jenna just kills himself. I think with Amy and Dale, so I think Andrea is missing, and they're looking for Andrea. And it's just a tragic story where they're looking for Andrea, but Andrea's already escaped. And then because of that, both Amy and Dale die. And Carol, we're going to go a little bit darker. Her and Ed were in a different section. And Ed beat the shit out of Carol, basically, and left her to die. So that's what we're doing. So that's what happened, sadly. So we've obviously lost Dr. Jenner as well. We lost a lot of characters there, but that was kind of crazy. So we leave the CDC with T-Dog, Laurie, Carl, Daryl, all sad that his brother's dead, Ed and Sophia, and we don't know the true extent of what happened to Carol. Jim's still alive, Jackie's still alive, Andrea's fucking heartbroken, and obviously we've got Glenn too. I think the Andrea thing is that is pretty tragic, isn't it? Jesus. Anyway, moving on. What have we got next? That was. Oh yeah, who gets shot? I can't believe that happened. That was crazy. So who gets shot? Which character is shot? Jim! Okay. So Jim gets shot, and I guess we're rushing him to the farm to be helped. So who gets lost? So which character then gets lost, and then later shows up, obviously, in the barn? Oh, no! Oh, this is dark. This is dark. So Carl is the character who runs away because he gets scared of walkers. And then eventually he's found in the barn. And I guess probably killed by T-Dog. Maybe, yeah. Maybe that's what happens. Betrothed and Jimmy. Yeah. Crazy. Okay. Okay. Oop. Did not like that. So we got Otis's death. So obviously we're trying to save Jim. Carl's obviously still missing. Laurie's going sick about Carl, like worried sick about where the hell Carl is. But we gotta go get good ass Jim some medical supplies because he's obviously injured. Now this character is gonna get the Otis death. We'll see who it is. Oh no! So HERSHEL, I guess, goes with. We're already killing off HERSHEL. Jeez. HERSHEL goes with this person to get medical supplies, and Nope. Hershel. Killed by. And this person decides to shoot Hershel. Why? Patricia. So why did Patricia do this? It might just be because she was scared. She was scared of the walkers, and she thought, "Well, fuck it. If I kill Hershel, he's my friend and all. But if I kill him, I'll get there. I'll get there to safety." So, in the end, Hershel and Patricia go out to get the medicine, and Patricia kills Hershel to get back. Now, obviously, Patricia was there for the surgery, so maybe because Jim's obviously like older, maybe he's like, I don't know, his body's tougher or whatever, or maybe the gunshot wound wasn't as bad as it was with Carl, obviously, because with Carl it like separated into little pieces, right? So maybe with Jim it wasn't as bad, and Patricia is able to do the surgery on Jim and save Jim's life. And then we've got Dale's death. So obviously after this point, we of course find Carl in the barn, and T-Dog sadly puts Carl down. Very sad moment. So next up we have the Dale death. So who, basically after they kidnap Randall, who's contemplating what to do with Randall, and then gets out. I guess it wouldn't be this. Maybe actually instead, like at this point, Ed reveals what happened with Carol, and he like feels immense guilt, especially with like Carl dying and stuff. And yeah, so Ed kind of goes out. Maybe he's the only one defending Randall. Like, maybe actually, Ed's like, no, fuck it. We need to join these guys. He's like, we need to let Randall go and join Randall and his group, okay? Because they've got it going on, all right? Abusing women, that's my kind of group. So Ed's like, and then everyone's like, Ed, you're a fucking psychopath. And maybe he's like, yeah, and I killed my wife. I don't care. And he's out there in the field, and he gets attacked by walkers. So instead of a sad death, this is quite like a cathartic, like, fuck yeah, kind of death. We're kind of glad that Ed gets killed in this scenario. It's like unlike with Dale. So who then kills Randall? Obviously, we haven't got Randall in the tier, but who kills Randall, therefore, is killed by another group member. So this person is the character who kills Randall. Maggie. Why? Well, Maggie did go to school with Randall. So maybe years ago, okay, we find out through a backstory that, because obviously Randall went to the same high school as Maggie. I think he was in the same class, or was he like the class below her? There's like a deleted scene where they look at the school book. But in this scenario, okay, Randall actually bullied the shit out of Maggie, okay? Bullied the shit out of her relentlessly. So it's actually nothing to do with him being a threat. Maggie just kills him because she's like, listen, remember when you made fun of me and like, I don't know, you like covered me in feathers or whatever it was, or when you bullied me or called me slut or whatever it is, right? Maggie's like, listen, Randall, here you go. I'm going to embarrass you. And then this person is the person who kills Maggie. Oh my God. I swear we've done this before. Beth kills her own sister. Okay, I guess, yeah. Beth's like, you've gone crazy after Daddy died or whatever. So she's like, she kills her own sister for killing Randall. I'm not sure. Doesn't really make sense. I guess Beth just got scared of Maggie. She's like, you've gone crazy. Or maybe Beth actually really like fancied Randall after all. I don't even know how to make it make sense. Maybe she blames Maggie for Hershel's death. It doesn't make any sense, but Beth kills Maggie. Or hell, maybe it's an accident. Maybe Beth is coming to like after Maggie kills Randall, Beth accidentally shoots Maggie, thinking that she is Randall. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe it's like an accident. But anyway, so that's kind of crazy, but there you have it. And then we have the herd attack, so we're going to have to roll a d6 for how many characters die in the herd attack. Oh my God! No! Do we even have 5 characters who can die? We have 12. This is brutal! This is brutal! We are leaving the farm with 5 characters getting killed. Dude, I don't know if this is gonna work. So first up, Otis. Ripperoo. Otis dies. I guess Otis gets the Jimmy death. He's moving the camper to the RV, obviously, to get both Laurie and T-Dog, who were in the barn, I guess. And then Otis gets killed in Dale's RV. And then next up, oh my god, no! Glenn, I guess Glenn gets the Patricia death we'll go with. So Glenn's running away. And he gets eaten. And I guess this next person just kind of dies. I guess gets attacked by some walkers. So we'll just move. So we lost Otis. And we lost Glenn. Where did he go? Where did Glenn go? Oh, he's in season 11. What am I on about? And we lose Jackie. No. Oh, Jackie. Jackie, I guess, is also attacked and killed. Oh, I keep doing that. That image is going to be relevant, I swear. So we've got two more. Well, actually, it's not even that relevant because we can just use Judith's picture. I was going to use that picture as like T-Dog's child, but we can just use Judith now. And instead of Judith is not Shane. Just imagine Judith is mixed race, okay? She's not just white. We also lose Jimmy. I guess Jimmy can just get his normal death. We've lost Jimmy to Ripperoo, and then we're gonna lose one more character. 2, 3, 4, 5. One more character has to go. This is crazy. Oh my god. We just lost the entire farm other than Patricia. Beth has also not made it. Oh my god. So we lost Jimmy and we lost Beth. Maybe they die side by side. Maybe Beth is just distraught by the fact that she's accidentally killed Maggie and that HERSHEL's... I mean, she was suicidal anyway, so that probably works. And so the characters that escaped the farm are T-Dog, Carol, Daryl, Sophia... maybe Daryl and Sophia have like a little bond. Like maybe Daryl's like looking after her. Jim is still alive as well, which is kind of funny. After being shot, he's made it out. Andrea's still going and Patricia, but one character gets separated and is saved by Michonne. And which character is that? I actually kind of low-key love it. I low-key love it. So Patricia, we'll add Michonne. Obviously, we'll reroll if we have to, which I feel like we might actually need to. But Patricia is the character who goes off with Michonne, which is... I kind of like that. I don't know why. So the only remaining person from the farm, is with Michonne. So, yeah, they're sort of... We'll put them at this side. So the characters who leave... Like, T-Dog does the dictatorship scene with only Laurie, Daryl, Sophia, Jim, Andrea there. Like, everyone else is gone. That is crazy. So then, who gets bit in the leg? So when they're in they're in the prison, even season 3 now. Who is the character who gets bit on the leg? Oh fuck! It can't be Michonne. Hang on, can't be Michonne. I shouldn't have added them to the wheel. I'm only adding them because I know I'll forget if I don't leave them in the wheel. So just ignore them. It's not them. Okay, it's Andrea. Andrea gets bitten on the leg, and then I guess T-Dog chops it off for her. So then now we have to add Big Tiny, Axel, and Oscar. So Big Tiny, Oscar, Axel. And do you know what, actually? Wait, no. For this death, just because I don't like Big Tiny death going to anyone else. I'm gonna add them to the normal wheel, but I'm just gonna do it for these prisoners, for who gets the Big Tiny death, who gets scratched, and then their head beaten in by Tomas, and it just goes to Big Tiny, which is fine. So Big Tiny gets his own death again. Okay. Only reason why is I think it's kind of boring, or not boring. It's too much if it goes to like a non-prisoner. Do you know what I mean? So then, who is the person who kills Tomas? Oscar. Okay, so Oscar's stepping up for us, and he's the one who kills Tomas, maybe to prove himself to like T-Dog. And then who gets the Laurie death? So this character is obviously now Laurie is no longer immune. By the way, she can get the Laurie death. It can't be Patricia. Andrea. Okay, so it's going to be some sort of infection with her leg, and unfortunately, Andrea kind of succumbs to the infection. And at this point, we can add Judith because Judith has been born. Although it's not Judith. Well, actually, we can still call her Judith, but just imagine Judith is mixed race. Okay, she isn't just some white kid. Okay, she actually, yeah, she's T Dog's daughter. Okay, she's not Shane's daughter. In this scenario, yeah, it's T Dog's daughter. So, Andrea's got that death. Now we got the T Dog death. T-Dog is obviously outliving his own death, but it would be funny if it lands on him right now. Who gets the T-Dog death? Oh, no. It, of course, had to go to another black guy. How terrible. It went to Oscar. So we'll add Judith. I think I'm going to give Judith immunity, though. Yeah. Laurie has no longer got immunity, but Judith... J-Dog, should we call it J-Dog? J-Dog has immunity, okay? Judith Jr., T-Dog Jr., little T-Dog. I never even added these guys. So season 3, this guy, a big tiny, get up there. Tomas, you get up there too. And then, of course, we had Andrea death. We need to add Oscar, just got the T-Dog death. And we need to add Axel up here. Okay, so what is next? What is next? Oscar got that, didn't he? Who kills Andrew? So which character is the character who takes out Andrew? Okay, Daryl stepping up. I like the idea that T-Dog and Daryl though could have like a little brothership like him and Rick obviously eventually have, especially because like. Daryl, like, let's be honest. Daryl was a racist in season 1, okay? Like, let's be honest, he was. He wasn't as bad as Merle. He wasn't Merle level of racist. He wasn't like literal, like, Neo, you know what I'm saying, Neo German in the 40s kind of person, right? But, because that's what Merle was. But Daryl was like a little bit racist, okay? So I kind of like the idea of these two guys like becoming like brothers is like, I feel that's kind of interesting, right? So Daryl is the one who takes out Andrew. She's added. So we've added a Judith as AKA I just want to put she's J-Dog. J-Dog. I like that. J-Dog. That's her nickname, okay? Instead of little ass kickers, little J-Dog, alright? So, Andrew is dead, killed by Daryl. We have, who gets kidnapped? Okay, so this person gets kidnapped and taken to Woodbury. Now, obviously, this whole time, Patricia and Michonne have gone to Woodbury. I guess Patricia's hooked up with the governor. Why not? The governor decided to go for an older woman. Fair enough. Patricia has wooed him. Now, this character gets kidnapped. Oh, okay. No, I like it. So, Daryl is the character. Should we roll again? So Daryl and someone else. We'll do someone else. Daryl and did it just land on Daryl again? T-Dog. Could that work? Yeah, why not? Because like that's what happens in the comics, right? It's Rick, Michonne, and Glenn who get kidnapped. So like, why not have it be these two? So these two are looking for baby formula. Obviously for new J-Dog who's been born, and these two get kidnapped. I guess by Rick. Yeah, Rick kidnaps T-Dog and Daryl. Yeah, because Rick's our new Merle. Rick obviously has the Merle hand, so Rick kidnaps T-Dog and Daryl. And then I guess Rick begins torturing both Daryl and T-Dog, trying to extract information. I actually low-key love this. This is brilliant. This is cinema, okay? And then what have we got next? And then obviously that means the rest of the characters, who is what? So these two get kidnapped. So I guess Laurie, I guess it would have to be Laurie, Axel, Sophia, and Jim. I guess Laurie, Axel, Sophia, and Jim. Well, I guess they'd have to leave one person back at the prison, but we can decide. Maybe it was just Sophia. Yeah. So this person gets the Oscar death. It's Axel. Okay, fair enough. So. Yeah, so Sophia and little J-Dog are left back at the prison, and Laurie, Axel, Nassif and Jim come to the rescue, and Axel sadly doesn't make it. He's killed during the liberation of saving Daryl and T-Dog. Wow. So now we can add obviously Rick. So basically because Rick didn't end up killing Michonne, which is also wild to think about, the fact that Rick instead of Merle hunting Michonne in the woods, it was Rick hunting Michonne in the woods. Because obviously Rick didn't kill Michonne, the governor thinks Rick's betrayed him because he lied to him, and so Rick, the governor's like, I guess it would be Daryl. The governor's like, Rick's gonna have to fight this fucking redneck he's never met, because technically, yeah, Rick hasn't met Daryl yet at this point. So we have a Rick and Daryl fight, and then eventually, of course, the rest, I guess Laurie shoots the way out. And so, Rick obviously escapes, reuniting with, of course, Laurie, finding out that Carl's dead, so fucking breaking poor Rick. And Rick obviously reluctantly kind of joins the group. But obviously, he's not exactly welcome because, actually, maybe the fight should be between T-Dog and... Maybe the fight should be between Rick and Laurie instead of Merle and Daryl. Yeah, it's between Rick and Laurie. The governor makes Rick and Laurie fight each other. That could work, actually. No, I like that. He's like, you're going to fight your own wife. One of the terrorists is Rick's own wife. Yeah, that could work. And he's like, fight to the death. So Rick's going to, fight Laurie. And then, of course, they escape. But at this point, Rick's like a broken man. He finds out his son's dead. Obviously, his wife was with T-Dog this whole time. He's a real broken man. But we will add Rick back to the thing. And also add Milton as well. Because Milton is a part of these things too, so that's done. So now we've got Axel's death, so obviously all these characters are at the prison. Obviously Milton's not, but all these characters are at the prison, and then of course someone is shot. No, we've just had pure cinema with Rick, and then he's just killed like that. I don't know. Maybe there's a point where Rick's like, "Listen, T-Dog, listen, I understand, you've looked after her, whatever I think." And then Rick gets shot in the head as he kind of comes to terms with everything. That's pretty brutal. And then of course we've got the Merle death. So then R.I.P. Rick. It was a cool arc he went on at least. Who gets the oh no. No, we already said that J-Dog's getting immunity, okay? J-Dog's getting immunity. Who gets the goddamn Merle death? Oh my god, it's Michonne. So Michonne heads to execute the governor. Obviously, the whole thing is the meetup point is obviously for Michonne. But I guess instead of the whole Walker thing, maybe Michonne does it instead. She figures out that T-Dog wants to hand her over. T-Dog's like, listen, I gotta look out for Laurie and J-Dog. Okay, Rick's just died. We cannot, I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to kidnap you and maybe and hand you over to the governor. Maybe Michonne gets away and she decides, oh, fuck it, I'll kill the governor myself. Michonne heads to try and kill the governor, but doesn't successfully do it, of course, and is killed by the governor. Does Shumpert reform? Odd number? No. Even number? Yes. Odd number? No. Even number? Yes. That's an odd number. Odd number? No. So that means that T-Dog, unfortunately, just dies in Season 4. Off screen. Wow. Oh, best of 3. Wait, best of 3, yeah. That was odd number. Odd number, no. Even number, yes. We do best of 3 for T-Dog. So it's 1 no. 1 yes. What? 2 yeses. Sorry, guys. T-Dog is alive. Sorry, not T-Dog. God, shouldn't get that mixed up. That's very bad of me. Shumpert, sorry. Shumpert is alive. It's because T-Dog's in my mind, you see, because he's the protagonist. Haha, I saved myself. Right, so yes, he's here. Good old Shumpert. We all love Shumpert. Right, roll a d6 for how many finale deaths there will be. The governor does get a few pop shots. So obviously you got the 2, obviously, with Andrea and Milton, but there could be some extra deaths. 4! Fucking hell. Whew! I mean, there's only 9 characters, guys. I don't know. So first off, who gets the Milton death? Who is stabbed repeatedly No, he's only just come. No, please, no. So we've already lost Shumpert. What a fucking tragedy. So Shumpert is stabbed multiple times, obviously, for betraying the governor. Because he joined the prison group at the last minute. Oh, shit. Wait. Oh, yeah. No, sorry. We've got 4, haven't we? So we're going to 4. So Shumpert is stabbed. And then this person's getting the Andrea Death. Let's reveal who it is. Oh, my God. So Daryl, I guess, Patricia probably made it away. She's been banging the governor, but she made it out. But Daryl, unfortunately, didn't. Or maybe Patricia didn't either. But Daryl is, unfortunately, the character who gets bitten by a zombie Shumpert. Which is very sad, because we're losing that beautiful... Oh, no, wait, no. That was Patricia. Daryl just dies in the battle. So Patricia gets the Andrew Death. Shumpert gets the Milton Death. Daryl just dies in the battle, protecting the... Maybe actually protecting good old... Oh, don't do that. No. Well, I guess Daryl was protecting J-Dog. But sadly, Laurie also didn't make it. So T-Dog lost Laurie too. The entire Grimes family is gone. Aside from J-Dog, but J-Dog is not a Grimes. It's a Laurie. It's a Laurie and a dog. Laurie and a T-Dog. So that means we end the season. Milton, I guess, joins the prison group. Jesus Christ. Okay, so we lost Daryl. We obviously lost Patricia. She got the Andrea Death in the end. This is brutal. We also lost Laurie, killed in the battle, shot and killed by the governor, let's say. And of course, Daryl protects the baby, and maybe also Sophia. Daryl protects Sophia because he had that like father-daughter relationship with Sophia the whole time. Axel, you were already dead. Get over there. Yeah, so we end the season with T-Dog, J-Dog, Sophia, Milton, and Jim. Bonkers. Fucking bonkers. But okay. Jesus. Okay, so now we have to add Tyrese. Tyrese, Sasha. Tyrese, Sasha. And then we'll also add Karen. Mika and Clara. Oh, Karen, Bob, Mika, and Clara. Actually, wait, no, we're not adding Clara, because what we'll do, right, for Clara, we're just going to do a, yes. For the whole Clara thing, I'm just going to, heads, she stabs herself, tails, she doesn't. Heads, she stabs herself. Tails, she doesn't. There you go. So Clara, basically, doesn't stab anyone. Also, I got rid of the nobody. I know I had the nobody thing last episode. I forgot to mention this at the start of the video. I got rid of the nobody. I don't know. I found it kind of boring. I want as much carnage as possible, and I think it would be kind of funny if we end up like at the end with like 2 people. So I got rid of the nobody. So we added Clara. Clara has joined the group as well. So now let's just sort out our little tier. So obviously we've got Tyrese, Sasha, Karen. We've got Lizzie and Mika, obviously, but Mika's not... I'm not adding Lizzie to our group because she becomes an antagonist, technically. So, yeah, we'll add Clara as well. Clara, I guess, didn't stab herself. T-Dog's like, yo, you're not too far gone. And then, yeah, she's like, okay, so sorry. And then we've got Karen's death. So who gets all burnt up? Now, J-Dog's got immunity, so we have to roll again. Who is the character who gets stabbed because they get sick with the flu and then is stabbed and killed? Oh my god, is it Sasha? It's Sasha. So Sasha gets sick and is then stabbed and killed. Crazy. And burnt alive, I guess. That is kind of mad. And the character who did it, oh my god, was Mika. Alright, well, I guess Lizzie and Mika did this, so maybe actually Lizzie... Okay, Mika did it because Lizzie killed her. Okay. So, Mika did it because Lizzie killed her. I don't know if we are realistically going to exile Mika, so I'm going to roll again. Who takes the fall for the whole ordeal? Clara, okay. So Clara, seeing that these little girls were desperate, Clara decides to take the fall. Because I just don't feel like yeah, I just don't feel like T-Dog's exiling like little girls. So yeah, I guess Clara takes the fall and she's instead exiled. So Clara is immune at the moment. With what? Immune at the moment. IATM, okay? She's IATM. She's immune at the moment because she's actually been exiled currently. So now we need to do the Martinez. So we roll a d6, I believe. And it's a 2. So a 2 means he joins the governor. If so, you roll to see who kills him. Okay, so Martinez has joined the governor in the army. The governor hasn't killed him like he normally does. Joined governor. And we will roll to kill. We'll see. Well, we'll do the HERSHEL death, and then we'll roll to see who killed Martinez. So who gets the HERSHEL death? There's fuck all characters for it to really get, but someone gets the no, that's brutal. Oh, so Sophia, the little child. The governor chops off Sophia's head in front of everyone. Oh my god. Okay. Wow. Anyway, who kills Martinez? I'm just in shock right now that Sophia got that death. Who kills Martinez? Oh wait, shit. Okay, Milton! Oh, that's actually kind of cool. So Milton is the one who ends up killing Martinez. He's like, haha. Yeah, die, Martinez. Die. Milton kills him. Anyway, obviously we're not adding Martinez because he's there, so we have to add Tara and Lily. So add Tara and Lily. Megan. Done. Megan just dies. I'm sorry. Let's sort her out. Where are you, Megan? You're just dead anyway. Rightio. So now I think we have who kills the governor. Okay. So who is the character who takes out the governor? I kind of want it to be T-Dog. I don't feel like T-Dog's done enough in his own show. It's Tyrese. Okay. Tyrese does it instead. So, yeah, Tyrese is the one who takes out the governor in the end. A little bit anticlimactic, but maybe like, yeah, T-Dog was the governor was strangling T-Dog, like about to kill him. And then, like, Tyrese, like, smacks the governor with the hammer and, like, beats his head in. And then we've got the Lily death, who gets surrounded by walkers, sadly, and dies. Oh, well, that works. Lily gets her own death. That works out, I guess. Alright, so who gets kidnapped by the hospital people? Now, obviously this won't result in them getting the BETH death necessarily, but they are kidnapped and they are immune at the moment. Milton! Okay. So, actually, Milton gets kidnapped by the hospital people. Actually, I'm going to not remove him from the wheel. I'll just give him a little IATM. Immune at the moment. Rightio, so yeah, Milton has been kidnapped, so we got to add Abraham, Eugene, and Rosita. So Abraham, Eugene, Rosita, and then let's just sort our wheel out. So obviously, Martinez was killed by Milton, the governor was killed by Tyrese, Tara has obviously joined our group now, and Lily died off screen, and then obviously we have to add these guys. The Cure team. Team Cure, as I like to call them. Done. Okay, so who does Lizzie kill? Which character is the character that Lizzie kills to prove to the people that obviously... Okay, well, it can't be Milton because he's immune at the moment. So he's been saved because he was kidnapped. So we roll again. Who is the person that Lizzie kills? Oh, no. Oh, no. It's Karen. Okay, I kind of like this. So maybe, yeah, Lizzie kills Karen to sort of prove to... Well, I guess who kills Lizzie is what we got to say. So Karen has been killed. Where are you, Karen? I'm sorry, Karen. Bob is the one to put Lizzie down. Okay, so... Yeah. Wait, because actually, Bob would learn... Because let's say that Bob was also with Sasha at this point as well. So Bob would learn from Mika. Maybe they're with Mika too. So it's Mika, Karen, and Bob. So Lizzie kills Karen, and then Mika learns from Mika. Like Mika admits to Bob, and maybe Clara's there as well. Actually, yeah, Clara's met up with them because she was obviously exiled, but she was in the woods. Clara's like, Mika, I think you should tell the truth. I can't do an Irish accent. I think you should tell the truth, lad. Anyway, so Mika tells the truth. She's like, okay, listen, Bob, it was me. I killed your girlfriend, Sasha. And then Bob's like, I forgive you, Mika, because you're a child. And I forgive you, Clara, for taking the rap. So, yeah. So, Bob is the one who tells Lizzie to look at the flowers. And Bob puts her down, which is pretty brutal. Okay. I like that. Karen. And who kills Lizzie? Bob. So who kills Joe? So who rips out Joe's jugular? Who is the character who rips out Joe's jugular? Oh, yes! Yes, finally! So, I don't know. Maybe, obviously, threatening, I could say threatening a woman in the group. But which woman would Joe be threatening to, assault? Because they wouldn't be with Rosita, would they? I don't know. Maybe Joe's just threatening to kill little J Dog. She's like, I'm gonna kill your baby, and then T Dog's like, no, and rips out Joe's throat. That could work. I like that. So Joe killed by T Dog, R.I.P. Okay, next up, what have we got? T Dog. Oh no, Terminus get hungry. So we've got the finales, aka the premiere of season 5. So Terminus get hungry. How many characters do they kill? Oh no, 4. Fucking hell. No, this keeps happening. We can't lose 4. I don't know if we have 4 people to lose. Do we? Oh no. So obviously the only character who's immune to this is Milton. So, and obviously T-Dog and J-Dog. Oh, I'm sorry, Rosita. 4 characters. Rosita is the... Wait, I put them in the missing by accident. Rosita is the first character to be killed. Basically, she was a nothing burger. The show was like, yeah, this character, nothing burger. She's killed. Abraham's probably pissed. We also are losing Tara. Oh, we lost Tara as well. It's a double whammy for the women, for the female characters. I don't think we have any female characters. Oh no, we have Clara. And we have Mika, I guess. So who's next? Who's the next person that the Terminus decide to slaughter? Now I think I'm gonna be nice. If it lands on T-Dog, I'm gonna use T-Dog as the nobody. I don't care. Okay, it landed on T-Dog, but he's immune. I'm gonna say we skip one, just because this is kind of too brutal, and I can make up the rules as I go along. It doesn't matter. And we also lose Eugene, I guess. So, like, Abraham this whole, like, time, Abraham never finds out that Eugene lied. So, he thinks there was a cure and the fucking stupid cannibals just killed him. Obviously, who saves the group from Terminus? It's going to be Bob and Clara. So, Bob and Clara were the characters. And I guess Mika as well. Bob, Clara, and Mika are the characters who save. I guess there's not that many characters to save from Terminus. I guess T-Dog and Jim. I like how Jim's still alive. So yeah, Jim and T-Dog are the only 2, right? Original Atlanta camp survivors. So maybe they have like a little brothership going on now, because obviously Daryl didn't make it in the end. So yeah, but we've lost a lot of characters there. We lost Eugene and Rosita. Poor Abraham lost everything, and we also lost Tara. And then I spared an extra person from dying. So now we have to add Gabriel to our tier. Gabriel. Okay, now we have the Bob Death. I don't know. I feel like we're gonna run out of characters. I feel like we're gonna get to a point where we're like, we can't kill anyone off. We have to re-roll, everyone, re-roll. I mean, there might not be any point leaving Judith in there because, oh my god, no. I was just saying how cool it was that Jim was alive, and then he gets the fucking Bob Death. So Jim he gets bitten, and then he has the whole tainted meat moment. You're eating tainted meat, and it's fucking Jim, which I could kind of see actually. But yeah, poor Jim. He gets the Bob Death. Anyway, who kills Gareth? Which character is the character who slaughters Gareth in the church? Why can't it be T-Dog? Why can't we have nice things? It's Tyrese. So Tyrese, I guess with the hammer. I already made you a promise. Oh my god, yeah, I like that. Tyrese killed the governor. He also killed Gareth. Tyrese is on a bit of a mad one. I kind of like it. Yeah, he's not the same pacifist that he was before. He's definitely no longer a pacifist, which is kind of cool. I like that. Okay, now we gotta add Noah. Noah has been added. Done. And Milton is no longer immune because we have the BETH death. So obviously we go to rescue Milton. So I guess T-Dog, Tyrese, Bob, Clara, they all figure out that of course Milton was kidnapped. And I mean at this point T-Dog's like, listen, I've got no friends. I've got no one left. I've just got me. It's just me and J-Dog. Like I've lost everyone else I was friends with before. I'm the only character from season 1. I'm basically there's no characters from season 2. So listen, I need to save my Milton. So he goes to save Milton, and then this character gets killed by Dawn. Oh my god, Bob. Okay, so maybe Bob, obviously after what happened with like Lizzie, because he was the one who put Lizzie down, and obviously after losing, seeing Karen dying, obviously because Tyrese would be kind of crazy at this point because he's lost both his sister and Karen. But yeah, obviously after doing what happened with Lizzie, and I think seeing like how Dawn like exploits like these young people like Noah obviously, and I guess was also exploiting Milton. I think Bob's just disgusted, so he stabs Dawn, like attacks her, and then Dawn shoots him. And then which character then decides to shoot and kill Dawn? Okay, Clara. Well, Bob and Clara kind of had that little thing, because they were with the whole Lizzie situation. So yeah, Clara is the one to put down Dawn, which is kind of a weird alternative timeline where that happens. But whatever, that's kind of funny. Yeah. Okay, and then finally we have the Tyrese death, which this is brutal, man. This is brutal. We've got a Tyrese death as well. I just don't like that. No. Oh, I guess we'll go with it. Mika gets bit on the arm. They chop her little arm off to try and save her, and they just can't save her in time. It's brutal. So that shot, like, with all of our survivors, like, walking down the road. The shot, like the famous shot with all the characters like exhausted, walking towards, obviously, well, I guess they're walking towards DC, right? Is T-Dog with little Judith, Milton, Tyrese, Clara, Abraham, Gabriel, and Noah. Literally all these characters have lost everything. The only thing we've only got one, other than the baby, we've only got one female character left, which is kind of crazy, and it's the smelly Irish lady. But that's what the wheel decided. It's not my fault. The wheel's sexist. Listen, the wheel's definitely not racist because it's kept a lot of the black characters around, but it does not like women. That is for sure. So yikes, that's our final shot. So now we have to add all these characters, and I added Barbara. That's like a little alteration I did because I thought Barbara was missing from last time. So we have to add Aaron, Deanna, Reg, Aiden, Spencer, Eric, Nicholas, Olivia. It's nice to finally see a lot of characters in the wheel, isn't it? Ron, Sam Anderson, Jesse, Enid, Tobin. I spelled Barbara wrong. How could I do that? Barbara. Spelled wrong. Barbara. Okay, so let's just quickly sort it out. So we obviously had Aaron, Eric, Enid, Olivia, Nicholas, Deanna, Reg, Spencer, Aiden, Pete. Obviously, Pete doesn't get added to the wheel because he's an antagonist. We've got Sam and Ron, Tobin, and obviously the queen herself, Barbara. So, next up, we have done Aiden's death. So, which character is going on a supply mission, shoots, obviously, like a walker with a grenade. And then, unfortunately, gets impaled and is left to... No! Tobin! It's Tobin. See, Tobin was my favourite, like, minor character after T-Dog. So, that's just brutal. So, Tobin shoots a grenade and he's left for dead. And then who gets stuck in the revolving doors, getting the good old Noah death? No! You bastards! You kill off both the best Alexandrians side by side. I couldn't watch that scene. I would have to quit the show if Barbara died like that. But obviously this is just a fanfic, so it's okay. Oh god, why did I roll? Well, anyway, how many people does Pete accidentally kill? Oh. So he kills Deanna for a start. So Pete, on a mad one, with his sword, after T-Dog begins to get with Jesse, and Mad Pete takes his sword out. The first person he kills is Deanna. He kills Deanna. What was the number? Was it 4? It's 5. Oh my god. So Pete has killed Deanna with his sword. He's just going on a slaughter, this guy. So he kills Deanna for a first. He slits her throat. He's like, I don't care about you, Deanna. And maybe she might be the last one. Let's see. Oh my god. Oh my god. He's wiping out her whole family. He also kills Reg. Oh my god. Maybe because they're not going to exile T-Dog. Deanna's like, we're not exiling him. And then Pete's like, well, that's alright. I'll fucking kill you then. That can't happen because, obviously, J-Dog is immune. Oh my god, he's wiping out the whole family! He also kills Hayden. Pete has just decided to kill the Monroes with, I guess, Michonne's katana. I guess the group still have Michonne's katana at this point. They just kept it as a weapon, but he's just going on a mad one. And he's, no! And he's also killed Abraham? And he's killed Abraham as well. What a bastard. Yeah, maybe Abraham tried to stop him, but it was unfortunately he wasn't able to, and Reg killed him. And then finally, oh my god, he literally wiped out the Monroe. What? He's just wiped out the Monroe family. What is the chances of that? That it could land on all 4 of them? So Pete decided after, I guess, they decided not to exile. They decided not to exile T-Dog. Obviously, after T-Dog was banging Jesse, and obviously was not happy with Pete beating the shit out of Jesse and his kids. So, because of that, Pete took the sword and murdered the Monroes for not exiling T-Dog. And then, obviously, he came out to then come kill T-Dog. But Abraham intervened, got stabbed, unfortunately. And then this character wipes out Pete Anderson. I'm actually stunned. Like, what are the chances of that? That is crazy. So which character wipes out Pete? It's Aaron. Interesting. Okay. So Pete is then killed by Aaron. Wow. I can't believe we lost Abraham like that. That was kind of brutal. But whatever. That is how the cookie crumbles. And then, of course, we obviously have Morgan showing up. Now, in this universe, Rick's dead. Everyone's dead. The only character from Season 1 is T-Dog, quite funny enough. So Morgan's going to have no fucking idea. I guess he went on a wild goose chase and looking for Rick. But then he comes to Alexandria and finds out that Rick's dead. T-Dog has to break them news. Oh, yeah, that Rick guy, he got handcuffed to a roof. He chopped off his arm. He joined a crazy psychopath. He tried to attack. And then he died. He was just shot in the head randomly, shockingly. Oh, and by the way, this is his wife's child, and I was fucking his wife. So T-Dog's just gonna have to reveal all this to Morgan. But obviously, we'll add Morgan to the list, of course. So we'll do that first. But then we also have a little thing here. So Morgan's been added. So flip a coin. Heads, Eastman is dead. Tails, he's alive. Heads, he's dead. Tails, alive. Tails alive, I believe that is. Tails, he's alive. Eastman alive. Eastman alive. So Morgan and Eastman both come. Obviously, Eastman was helping Morgan. They're going around, obviously, preaching their all life is precious. And they're actually looking for Rick, but then they obviously find out, unfortunately, Rick is no longer here. So that's pretty unfortunate. So Morgan and Eastman show up. I guess Aaron wasn't looking out recruiting people at that time. I guess maybe Eric took someone. Maybe Eric took Clara. I don't know. So Clara and Eric return to the community with Morgan and Eastman. And then Morgan's like, Rick? And then T-Dog's like, no, there's no Rick. He's dead. Sorry. It's not even funny. Scott, Denise, and Heath. We got to add Scott, Denise, and Heath. So Scott, Denise, and Heath. I think I've probably spelled Denise wrong. But if I have. I don't care. Right, so we'll add Scott, Denise, and Heath. So these characters are here. So the end of season 5, we obviously have, from like the original characters anyway, we have T-Dog, J-Dog, Milton, Tyrese, Clara, Gabriel, Noah, and then the Alexandrians. That is, and obviously Morgan as well, I guess. That is wild. That is wild. Okay, so they're done. So we got Nicholas Death. So obviously T-Dog has to divert the mega herd, and of course this character gets scared and panicked and ends up shooting themselves in the head. I swear it was Denise last time. Was it Denise last time? I guess Denise went on the mission too to like prove herself, and then yeah, she got scared and panicked, and someone headed on. I don't know. Maybe it was Clara under the. It was Clara under the dumpster. Who knows? Anyway, we got Deanna's death. So who then gets bitten, sadly, and then slowly dies. Do you know what? I think that kind of works because like Eastman obviously has a similar death anyway in the flashback. So yeah, Eastman gets the Deanna death and eventually kind of goes down screaming. Obviously, you know. Wow. Okay, so we're gonna add Denise there and Eastman already out of here, and then this person is getting the. Oh no, not Milton. No. So it's Milton, I guess, who's panicking. Milton's panicking. He's like, I don't know how to do it. I don't like doing the guts trick, T-Dog. And T-Dog's like, listen, it's going to be fine, Milton, mate. You're like my oldest friend. Please do not fucking panic. And Milton panics. And then he dies. And then T-Dog's like, no. And he begins to see red. Oh, no, that could work. And then going down with Milton is, like I said, I'm going to consider that the nobody. So Milton. So T-Dog is so nobody gets the Jesse death, okay? Because I guess Milton was the Jesse death, and then finally, who stabs or I don't know. Who gets the Ron death? Oh no, Jesse? How does that work? Okay, actually, I'm gonna say, okay. Wait. Listen. So Jesse gets Jesse's death. Milton gets Sam's death. No one gets Ron's death. Nobody gets the Ron death, okay? That's what we'll do. So basically, Milton dies, Jesse dies, T-Dog is in like fucking, like he's so upset at this moment because not only is his new girlfriend, the new girl that he's with, not only is she like getting eaten, on top of that, obviously, he's just lost Milton, who's like his best fucking friend. So like he's absolutely distraught. Where is Jesse? Am I being stupid, but I can't see Jesse? Hang on. Jesse. I haven't put her in like the wrong category, have I? Maybe I have. Bro, there's just no Jesse here. I swear to God. Someone's been like, she's in that row. You're missing her. Have I put us in the wrong place, maybe? Whatever. Maybe Jesse just wasn't included in this tier. That might be the case. Whatever, it happens. She's dead anyway. So yeah, Jesse gets the Jesse death. And Milton, so T-Dog is distraught. And then who gets shot in the eye? Who then gets shot in the eye? Why would they care? Why would anyone care? Apart from Aaron, I guess. Eric gets shot in the eye. And then who then kills Owen? That is the thing that spurs T-Dog on, I guess. No, T-Dog just kind of goes on a mad one anyway with his axe. And then bit random, but Olivia is the one who kills Owen. Again, maybe instead of kidnapping Denise, Owen kidnaps Olivia. And then Olivia is the one to put Owen down. Now we have to add Jesus, Gregory, and Dr. Carson. Dr. Carson. So they're added. Done. And then we've got Denise's death. So obviously we have the satellite outpost. T-Dog takes the Alexandrians to attack the satellite outpost. I mean, at this point, like, T-Dog, who's he got? Tyrese and Clara. Tyrese from season 3, Clara from season 4, Gabriel and Noah from season 5, and then obviously the Alexandrians. This guy Morgan, he's never even fucking met. Who gets the Denise death though? Who is shot in the eye with an arrow? Oh my god, it's gonna be Enid. Enid. So maybe, I don't know, maybe T-Dog was going with Enid, like trying to teach her the ropes or whatever it may be. Obviously he's like looking after Ron and Sam now. I guess like he's kind of like low-key like adopted these kids as well. And obviously Enid's helping him, and he goes out with Enid, and then Enid, because obviously Enid's going out with Ron, right? Enid is then shot and killed with an arrow. So then which two characters decide to head off to the kingdom? So, yeah. I swear there was a Jesse picture last time. I just don't know where the hell the Jesse picture was gone. It's actually baffling me right now to where the Jesse picture has gone. I feel like I'm gonna find it in like half an hour. Noah and who? Who else will go? Okay, no, I can see that. So Noah and Morgan. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know why those two are hanging out, but maybe I don't know. Maybe Noah likes like Morgan's like philosophy or whatever. So Noah and Morgan decide to head off to the kingdom, and I'm putting them in the missing for now because they are going to be added into their separate little thing like we did last time, just because I think that works better. Anyway, roll d6. How many people is Negan killing in the lineup? Now, realistically, we just want this to be a 1, please. It's 3. He's killing 3 people in the lineup. Okay, so who are we killing in the lineup, Negan? Go on, give us your worst. Oh my god. Fuck. Okay, Sam Anderson. Now, someone last time pointed out like Negan doesn't kill kids, so he would never kill the child in the lineup. But listen, my friend, okay? Negan doesn't kill kids himself, I don't think, but he certainly is okay if people do kill children, like if he thinks it's necessary. So I think in this scenario, Negan might not personally be the one to kill Sam, but I think like from the get-go, he shoots and kills Sam, okay? Or maybe Simon does it. And Simon's like, I'm sorry, boss, it was I had no other option. Yeah, and so so that's what's going to happen. So Simon technically kills Sam. And then Gregory is revealed to have obviously helped with the satellite outpost, so he's then beaten. He has his head beaten in front of them, so they think, okay, that's the worst of it. Gregory has his head beaten in front of us for obviously help, because he obviously helped us in the satellite outpost attack. Simon has shot and killed Sam, shocking Ron and shocking everyone. And then obviously Gregory was brought out obviously to the whole reveal. But then Negan's like, no, I've got one more. I'm gonna bash in one more head. It's not gonna be that head. And then Negan says, psych, I'm not actually gonna do it because that's all nobody. I already said that, didn't I? So Negan's like, psych. So the lineup's actually not that bad, really. Sam gets shot by Simon, and then Negan's like, what the fuck, Simon? And then he's like, sorry, boss. And then the actual person who gets their head bashed in is Gregory. So that wasn't actually that bad, was it? So it was 3 and nobody. Anyway, who then gets kidnapped by Negan to be like tortured and like listen to Easy Street and eat dog food sandwiches and see pictures of Gregory's smashed in head? It's Aaron. Okay. It's Aaron. So Aaron is the character who is kidnapped. And then which characters decide to head to Hilltop to obviously like eventually become the leader of Hilltop? Oh, I like that. Gabriel. Now, obviously, if you didn't know, we're not doing any spin-offs or anything like that, so don't worry about We don't do spin-offs in this because I think it ruins it personally, and no one's complained about it so far. So Gabriel is the one who goes off to the hilltop to kind of run it. Then we've got the Spencer death. So which character is being like a sneaky snake to Negan, trying to be like, listen, that Rick guy, he's no good. You gotta listen to me. Ooh. It's Dr. Carson. Well, I guess at this point, Negan already knows that the Hilltop and the Alexandra are in cahoots with each other, because obviously he killed Gregory. So I think Dr. Carson kind of swoops in and he's like, listen, I'm a doctor, you need me, you know, etc., etc. And maybe Dr. Carson's like, let me be in charge of Alexandria, because maybe he resents the fact that Gabriel's swooped in and stolen the Hilltop. And actually, wait, yeah, maybe instead of this happening in Alexandria, it actually happens in the Hilltop, yeah. Yeah, Dr. Carson's like, you need to take out this Gabriel guy because he's like taking over the Hilltop after Gregory. And then this character gets the Olivia death. Oh, no. No, that's even more devastating than the Negan kill. Tyrese then gets the Olivia death. He's shot and killed for the whole bullet thing. Oh, I don't like that. Not Tyrese. That was T-Dog's oldest friend. Now it's Clara. Now his oldest friend is Clara. So Tyrese then gets shot and killed because someone obviously decided it was a good idea to make bullets. Who made the bullet as well? Who was it who made the bullet? It was T-Dog. T-Dog made the bullet as well. T-Dog made the bullet. So I guess, is T-Dog kidnapped? Maybe so. Nah, maybe there is no Eugene in this scenario, and they just kill Negan in the field by like doing fucking ring around a Rosie or whatever. Anyway, Heads the tortured group kills Fat Joey. Tails Fat Joey. So Heads he kills Fat Joey. Who was the tortured group member again? I think it was. Oh yeah, Aaron. Yeah, Aaron. So, does Aaron kill Fat Joey? Tails? Fat Joey joins and helps. No! So instead of killing him like Daryl does, Aaron's like, listen, my friend, you've got to help us. Fat Joey has joined the group, guys, ladies and gentlemen. What a fucking scenario. Fat Joey, he's in here. He's in our group. So, yeah. Aaron kind of gives him the preach, gives him a good talking to, a good stern talking to. Owen, get over there, Owen. You're dead. Aaron gives him a big stern talking to, and Fat Joey decides to join our group of characters and helps Aaron escape. Who gets kidnapped? Oh, is this for the? Oh, this is for the Eugene. Well, we said that T-Dog made the bullet. But I don't know if T-Dog can really get kidnapped. So we'll do someone else get kidnapped. It's Olivia! Haha. Yeah, I guess Olivia takes the blame for the bullet. I mean, Olivia stepped up, right? 'Cause she killed Owen. So yeah, Olivia's like, it was me. I'm the one who did it. So Olivia steps up for taking the... Yeah, she takes the blame for T-Dog for making the bullet. And maybe she just faffs it enough to be able to... yeah. So exclusive kingdom role. So we've got to add obviously all these guys, and add the two characters who went there. So we got to add all these dudes to the wheel first. I just prefer to do this on a separate one so it makes sense. Huh? Those are not the characters I want. These are the characters I want. So we've got Zeke, Jerry, Shiva, Nabila. Henry is actually added this time, guys. Don't worry. Diane, Richard, and Benjamin. So first we obviously have the Benjamin death. So who is obviously, because Richard was trying to... Oh wait, who got him killed? Richard death. Oh yeah, and who then kills Richard standing? Okay, so first off, who is shot and killed? It's Diane. So Diane is shot and killed, like shot in the leg and left to die. Like I said, the wheel really hates the females. And then which character was the character who basically got Diane killed? Is it still Richard? Is it still Richard? It's still Richard, okay. So Richard still does the same thing. But instead of getting Benjamin killed, he gets Diane killed. And then who is the person who kills Richard? So we'll have to sort that out. So we can add... we'll add these guys to the thing now. Obviously, Richard got his own death. We're going to see the results of that in a minute. We'll keep you in suspense as I sort this out. Benjamin comes up here as well. Nabila as well. And Jerry as well. Rightio. And Henry, obviously. And Henry as well. So which character is the character who killed Richard? It was Noah. Okay. 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 I like that. I like that. So Noah is the character. So Noah kills... and Noah kills Richard. Wow. I kind of like that. So then we add Kingdomus to the main wheel. We'll do that now. What? Right. So we got 21 characters now. And then what else do we have? We also add the Oceansiders. So we've got Cindy, Rachel, and Beatrice, I think. Are the only three we need to add? I think so. Yeah, Cindy, Rachel, Natanya, but we won't add Natanya because obviously I kind of consider her a villain-ish. Although she's just an angry lady, really. But, you know. Yes, and then finale death. So we had to roll a C6 for the finale death. This is obviously season 7, so this is during the fight, the liberation for Alexandria. So we're gonna have 3 deaths. So obviously you have the Sasha death first. Who gets the Sasha death? It's always really brutal, these, for some weird reason. No. So I guess Gabriel gets kidnapped. The leader of the hilltop. The new leader of the hilltop. Gabriel gets the Sasha death, which is kind of sad. Oh, poor Gabriel, man. And then another person, Jerry, is killed during the liberation of Alexandria. R.I.P. Jerry. He just unfortunately does not make it. And then another character dies during the liberation of Alexandria. Scott. Okay, that's fine. That's like a background character death. You're like, oh, okay, that dude, that extra died. Oh, okay, fair enough. So Scott dies too. Wow. Okay. So the big death is obviously Gabriel. I'm going to roll again. Who is the new leader of Hilltop now, okay? And we'll just add like a little new leader of Hilltop, okay? Because I feel like we need a new leader of Hilltop. Bit random, but fair enough. Benjamin. He's like, this community needs a new leader. And like, he's like to Ezekiel, you've been training me to be a leader all this time. And maybe actually Diane like got ahead of Benjamin, like jumped in front of Benjamin. And he's like, Diane gave her life, like saving me. So I want to do something with it. So I'm going to lead these people. So that's what Benjamin decides to do. So then we had Dwight and we had Jadis as well. Right, yeah. Yes. Yes. Who is forced into a trailer with Negan? Oh yeah, where like I think when he drops the bombshell that he just jacked off in that corner. So which character gets stuck in a trailer with Negan? I don't even know why this is a role. This is kind of irrelevant. That is kind of funny though. It's Jesus. So Jesus is locked in the trailer with Negan. Anyway, what kind of crazy. Next up, which 4 are left from season 1? Oh yeah, shit, I forgot. So obviously we got Miranda and Louis. So Miranda and Louis, obviously all grown up now. So roll of 4 dice to determine how many are alive if it goes in age. So the oldest is 1. Okay, so how many of them are alive? Roll of 4 dice. 1. Oh, okay. So what's to say if it's a 1? If it's 1, the others died off screen, and then the remaining is killed. So, which character is alive and which isn't alive? 3. So what did I say? 1 is the oldest. 1 is oldest. So Louis is alive. Okay, so Miranda died off screen, basically. So she died sometime after season 1 off screen. But Louis is alive and kicking. Oh shit, I messed up. Season 6. Because we obviously had the deaths. Because he was deaf, wasn't he? And then Dr. Carson. So these are season 7 deaths. hang on a minute. Wait. Have I added everyone? No, because I didn't add the Jerry death. Jerry died. Gabriel died. Oops, a daisy. And Scott. Scott died. That was the other one. Scott. I think that's okay. So yeah, Louis. Sorry, what I was trying to say. So Miranda died off screen, but Louis is back and holds T-Dog at gunpoint. And then which character is the character who comes to T-Dog's rescue and kills Louis? Oh my god, little Louis Morales. T-Dog's like, oh my god, someone from season 1. Benjamin again. Oh my god, what is Benjamin on? Benjamin's on a mad one. So Benjamin then kills the literal child. Benjamin kills Louis. I mean, maybe this is like a moment for him. He's like, oh my god, maybe what Morgan and Noah were on about with that all life is precious shit. Oh, I keep spelling bloody Louis wrong. What am I doing? I don't know why that's confusing me. Yeah, maybe he's like that shit is maybe they got a point. Anyway, moving on. We've got Eric's death. So who gets Eric's death? One-eyed Eric, because obviously he lost an eye, didn't he? Okay, well I guess Oceanside decided to join early, and in this scenario, Rachel, another child, is shot and killed. Maybe that's the theme of this episode. Then we got Shiva's death. So who gets Shiva's death? Who protects their leader? Or Ezekiel, I guess. Which character is there protecting Ezekiel? No one. Oh, so that means Ezekiel was about to die, but T-Dog kind of swooped in and saved the day. Nobody gets the Shiva death. Who shoots Grandma? So who shoots Natanya? Maybe the Oceanside haven't fully, like, obviously Rachel died, but maybe like because of Rachel's death, Cindy's like, listen, you guys can't join. So T-Dog's like, listen, Jadis, you've betrayed us multiple times. You're gonna have to help get the Oceanside people on our side again. And then Jadis is the one who shoots Grandma in the shoots and kills Grandma. That's crazy. Jadis, wow. So now we have to add Sadiq. Yes, we shall add Sadiq. Where are you, Sadiq? Sadiq. Right. Obviously they're not missing anymore. They're up here. So we'll add Sadiq. See, we got 23 characters now. It's, you know, it's got a big cast. And we got Carl's death. Okay, so this is the big one. Who is bitten? Oh, okay. Bit random. Jadis is bitten after killing Grandma. Obviously, T-Dog made her feel very guilty, I guess, for betraying the group multiple times. And then so Jadis is bitten, and she kind of says to T-Dog, like, listen, you got to live together with Negan, you know. I know a group of the CRM. Okay, you're never going to meet the CRM because we're not doing no shitty spin-offs. But there's this group out there, okay, and there's, you know, they're better than us. And she kind of gives this speech to T-Dog, like, we can be better. And so that sort of, you know, kind of convinces T-Dog a little bit. So he will use that later on. Anyway, does Gavin reform? Heads, yes. Tails, no. Heads, yes. Tails, no. Heads, yes. Tails, no. Heads, yes. Oh, so Gavin has decided to join our group. He's like, yo, that Negan guy, he's out of line. And I'm joining your group, and I'm bringing some extras with us. He reforms. He reforms. So it's not applicable. Add Alden. So we have to add Alden. So, oh God. Alden. So Alden's added 2. Where are you, Alden? Get up here. Come right up. Next up, we have Harlan Carson's death. He died ages ago. But who, I guess, dies after... Who was it who got kidnapped again? Or taken into the thing? It was... who gets stuck in the trailer? Jesus, yeah, Jesus. So who does Jesus escape the sanctuary with? Oh, okay. So I guess Ezekiel helps... Wait... helps Jesus to escape. Oh my God, like Ezekiel's like, listen, Jesus, you know, you brought us together. You brought the communities together. So Ezekiel goes to save Obviously, Jesus from the sanctuary, he sneaks in, he rescues Jesus, but then Jesus gets recaptured, and Ezekiel is killed. So we've already lost Ezekiel. He just got the Dr. Harlan Carson death. So Ezekiel is killed, shot randomly, and then the guy's like, oh my god, that's the king, you idiot. We were meant to keep him alive. We were meant to bring him alive, get him in alive. So, yeah. And Jesus is like crying, because he's like, oh my god, no. And then we've got the Tobin death, so who gets stabbed with a tainted weapon, dies slowly, comes back. Oh my god. And then attacks. It's Ron. So, yeah, poor Ron. Lost his whole family. Don't exactly know what he's doing this whole time, but he was trying to fight in the war. But sadly, he gets stabbed by someone. And yeah, that's actually really sad. Who then kills Jared? Which character is the character who puts an end to Jared? Okay. So I guess Dwight comes in to help to save T-Dog after T-Dog and Morgan. Yeah, I guess it would be. T-Dog and Morgan are like kidnapped. And then Dwight comes to their rescue. Because at this point, maybe he's still playing both sides. So that could work, yeah. So then obviously, Dwight is the one who puts an end to Jared once and for all. Oh shit, we have to... This doesn't count. Wait, actually, what is this for? That's who kills Simon. Actually, wait, no. That works. That's perfect. Yeah, okay. Well, I will add Negan and Laura, but Jesus is the one who takes out Simon. Yeah, so obviously Jesus has been kidnapped this whole time because he's our Gabriel. But in this scenario, Jesus escapes by killing Simon. I like that. And then we'll add Negan and Laura to the list. So we'll just put yes, that's happened. Yeah, so Jesus was the one who took out Simon. I kind of like that. So we'll add Negan and Laura, obviously, to the list. And then we've got, how many deaths are in the finale? Oh, no. How many deaths are in the finale now? I'm hoping this is not a 6. Please, God. Oh, no. It's like the worst one. No. No, this is carnage. So, which characters die in the finale? Fucking 6 characters. Who is the first character who does not make it? Nabila. Okay, we lose Nabila. Not a big loss. That's fine. Nabila's 1. Okay. We can live without Nabila. Maybe... I was going to say maybe Jerry can't live without Nabila, but Jerry's already dead, so it doesn't matter. So we lost Nabila. That is what happened. Big sad. We lost Laura. I guess she's a casualty on the other side. So we maybe one of our characters kills Laura. So that's 2 already. Who else do we lose in the finale? Oh no. We lost Morgan as well. Well, Morgan might be the big death. Let's just see. Fuck. Okay. Okay. We might be able to make this work. Beatrice is... Oh no, it was Cindy. Oh my god, Cindy. Okay. So we lose Cindy. Maybe Negan's like takes out. He's like, listen, I've got you all. Yeah, because like I said, there is no like Eugene, obviously, so the bullet thing doesn't happen. So we could probably expect some more casualties here. So yeah, Nabila dies in the battle, and I think Cindy obviously helps to, obviously try and save the day, but she's one of the many casualties after sort of leading her people to, finally fight against Negan. She is she's sadly killed, but she inspires her entire community, so it's not for nothing. Gavin also dies. I'm okay with that. Gavin obviously redeems himself by taking out like a large portion of the saviors, but dying in the process, sadly. And then the final one who dies is Heath. Again, he was probably going to be another casualty. Now Morgan is the big character here, so I think what happens is Morgan, obviously he has kind of been chatting with T-Dog a little bit where he was before until he went to the kingdom, and I think now he like as he's dying he's like, spare Negan, spare him. Don't kill him. And which character is the character who defeats Negan? Obviously, T-Dog's going to be the one who eventually spares him. But which character actually defeats him in a fight? Oh, it's Aaron. Okay. Yeah, because Aaron's been kidnapped this whole time, right? Because Aaron was the... No, was it? No, it was Olivia. No, Olivia was kidnapped. Where was Aaron? Aaron was kidnapped and tortured. Oh, yeah, he was kidnapped and tortured, like, originally, right? So he was, like, the Daryl. So, yeah, Aaron was the one who ends up defeating Negan. He's about to kill him, but T-Dog was like, no, spare him. Anyway, who decides to hang Gregory? Oh, sorry, not who gets the Gregory death? Oh, no, it's Fat Joey. So I guess Fat Joey was doing, like, pro-savior stuff or something this whole time. Something, like, maybe he was trying to take over. And, of course, Benjamin, being the leader, is like, listen, Fat Joseph, that is not on. And he decides to, to kill him. That's kind of crazy. We lost Heath as well, didn't we? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Wait, did we lose Heath? I thought we lost Heath. I don't even remember. Aaron. Heath. Yeah, we did lose Heath. But wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, yeah, Heath's there. Oopsie. Yeah. So we lost Heath. I felt like that was that almost felt like a false memory for a second. Yeah. So Heath's gone, Gavin's gone, Morgan's gone, Cindy, Nabila. Yeah. So those are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So 6. Anyway, so yeah, Fat Joey, I guess, was doing some pro-savior stuff, and Benjamin decided to kill him. Yeah, kill by Benjamin. I shouldn't have added Gregory to the list, but oh well, that's how it happened. So I guess Fat Joey was doing. We can make it work. So we got a rat. So who is the person who kills a rat? Who kills a rat? Okay, I kind of like that. Dwight? Yeah, I guess Dwight is just like... We find that the murder mystery is that Dwight was doing it. He's getting rid of, like, all the bad saviors. All the saviors he thinks are, like... I guess, you know... All the saviors he thinks don't deserve to live, in a sense. So that's why he kills a rat. So maybe it's a bit hypocritical, because obviously he did shoot and kill... Who did he shoot and kill with? He shot and killed Enid. He killed a child. So it's a little bit hypocritical. But, like, he kind of makes the argument, like, well, you know, I missed. I was aiming for you, T-Dog. I did miss there, you know. I was aiming for you. And I killed the child by accident. But a rat actually killed children voluntarily. And then, obviously, we have a big time skip, of course. And we age up J-Dog. So imagine Judith now, obviously, mixed race Judith, as a little badass little T-Dog, right? Half Laurie, half T-Dog. Little badass. And then, obviously, in the flashback we have, who was the person who killed Jocelyn? It was Benjamin. Okay, I like this. So Jocelyn would have taken Henry, probably. And so Benjamin then went to go get Henry back and killed Jocelyn. Benjamin is like a much bigger character now, and I kind of like that. I think that's kind of cool. Anyway, oh God. What is going on? Oh, I'm on the wrong one. And then we have to Magna, Yumiko, Connie, Kelly, and Luke. So we have to add all those guys there. Done. And then also we have to add RJ. Now, can we... Okay. Who else could have RJ? So we got Clara. And who could Clara be with, potentially? Okay, who's Clara with? Clara needs a boyfriend or a husband. Who is it? Not herself. She cannot go out with herself. Who is Clara going out with? Okay, that works. Nicholas. So Clara actually has been I like this. So maybe Nicholas actually tried to kill Clara back in season 6, like obviously Nicholas tried to do with Glenn. But in this scenario, Nicholas never died, and Clara and Nicholas eventually got close, and they formed a relationship. Now, this means that RJ is not... So you've got to imagine that RJ, in this scenario, Judith is mixed race, and RJ is just white. Okay, he's a little Irish kid. Okay, but so you got to imagine that. Use your memory. Yeah, use your memory, use your imagination even. So RJ is actually NJ, but that sounds kind of racist, so I don't like that. I'm just gonna call him RJ, but he's actually called Clara. I don't know. I will just put RJ so we know who he is. But yeah, RJ anyway. I guess it would be NJ. There's nothing wrong with that really. Where is he? Where is he? Oh, we have to obviously add the these people. Magnus group. So wait, I added RJ. Who else do we need to add? Dog, Tamio's. So let me just copy and paste that. It'll be easier then. Be easier if I copy and paste. So, Dog, Tammy Rose, Earl, Gage, Rodney, Addie, and Marco. Right, so Jocelyn, we've decided she died by the hands of Benjamin. So we need to. I'm just gonna delete a few of these rows here, just to clean up house a bit. But how are you liking the rewrite so far? If you're listening, maybe leave a little comment. All right, tell me how it's going so far as we sort out these little rows. Okay, and also I'm sponsored by today's sponsor. No, there is no sponsor. Anyway, moving on. We have so that's done too. Who killed Jed? So who finds Jed years later and decides to burn Jed alive? Noah? Oh, okay. I like how Noah is kind of like stepped up. That's kind of interesting. Like Noah's become like a much more a bigger character. But Noah is the one who finds Jed and burns him alive like Carol did. So that's kind of crazy. And then we got Jesus' death. Oh no, sad. So which character gets stabbed by a whisperer? Shockingly introducing us to this group of characters. Luckily, J-Dog, little Judith, okay, is immune. Alright, so ignore that. Judith is immune. J-Dog's daughter cannot die. Oh my god. Alright. So it is in fact Negan who was killed by the new villain. They just kill the old villain. So I guess Negan got out. So in this scenario, instead of like going to rescue Eugene, I think they went to go get Negan after he escaped his jail cell. And so they were rushing to get Negan, and Negan's like, you're all scared about these walkers evolving. Walkers don't evolve. And he goes to show off with Lucille, with his baseball bat. And then suddenly he's stabbed in the chest by a whisperer. And then it's like, you do not belong. Oh my god. That is pretty funny. Anyway, we're going to add Lydia and we're going to add Ozzy. So we lose Negan, sadly, and he does not get his redemption arc. He's just his own cocky self, and that's how he goes out. Anyway, D20 for the Pike deaths. How many Pike deaths are there? +3 for, obviously, just how many Pike deaths are there? Full stop. So, oh my god, 6. +3 for Alec, DJ, Frankie. Not total. Okay, so there's 6 +3, so obviously there's 8 Pike deaths. Wait, no. 9 Pike deaths, which is, I think, what it is in the show. So we've got to roll for 6 characters, basically. So 6 of these characters have to get piked. Which are they going to be? Let's have a look. So we lose Marco, it appears. Marco is the first one. So you imagine the Pike deaths going in order. Marco's not a big one. You're like, whatever. I mean, they just killed Negan off, for Christ's sake. AMC just did a mad one and killed Negan off, so... they killed Rick Grimes off as well. Alpha kills her own daughter as well, which is kind of crazy. That's a bit of a statement, isn't it? That's a bit of a statement. Alpha's character kind of goes in a different direction here. She just kills her own daughter. Next one. I always do like the Pike deaths. They always add an interesting element, I feel. It's going to be one of these guys. It's going to be Addie. I'm gonna shuffle a few times. I feel like all the characters are bunched together. So we lose Addie as well. Obviously, she dies anyway, regardless. I'm going to add all these characters real quick to the little list. Ozzy, get up here. Yeah. So that was Addy, wasn't it? It was Addy, wasn't it? Yeah. Next death. No! That's like the biggest one! We lose Benjamin. No! The new leader of Hilltop. And we lost him. That's a big one. That's a crazy one. That is a crazy one, actually. So I guess we still have the relationship with I was gonna say, I guess Henry still has a relationship with Lydia, and like he like has that, but no, in this scenario, Alpha kills both Henry and Lydia, and also Benjamin. Oh my god, Alpha is making a statement, and then the last one, oh, that is don't know if I like that. Where's Benjamin at? Where is Benjamin? There he is. The final one. No, can't. That can't happen. Immune. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh shit! Dwight as well. Dwight as well. So Alpha just took out Hilltop's leader, Sanctuary's leader, and yeah. So I think we need to. I guess Kingdom falls after this, actually. Yeah, I guess Kingdom falls. I guess at this point, Sanctuary's fallen as well. But like, he was the most recognizable savior. So we need a new Hilltop leader, obviously. T-Dog's obviously our Alexandria leader. New T-Dog, new Hilltop leader, because we've obviously lost Benjamin. So who takes over? Kingdom falls. Yumiko. She basically is the leader anyway, so that probably works. So Yumiko becomes the new leader after Benjamin. Obviously, Kingdom's fallen. Ezekiel's already dead, so I don't know who was looking after the Kingdom. Maybe it was Benjamin. Maybe Benjamin was kind of running both, like with Jesus' help in between. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Kingdom had already fallen, like they merged with Hilltop. Maybe that happened. I don't know. Not a big deal. Doesn't really matter. Anyway, we're going to add jewels. Wow. Ooh. Jewels. Okay, so going into season 10, which characters have we got? We've got T-Dog with obviously Judith, little Judith, right? And on top of that, you've got Clara, who's like the next biggest character, I think, who's obviously with Nicholas, and they've got little NJ, little Nicholas Jr. Okay, or you know, maybe they named him Rick after that random guy that Clara never met. Then we've got Noah, and so of the characters who kind of come pre-Alexandria, of the pre-Alexandria characters, we only have 3. We have T-Dog, Clara, and Noah, which is very random. And then everyone else is Alexandria. Obviously, you got Aaron, who's had like a bit of a mad one. Eric, who's got one eye, who's still kicking about. Olivia has actually been pretty badass. She got taken for the bullet thing, and maybe she actually helped to sabotage the bullets. Maybe. Jesus, who's obviously he reformed Fat Joey, but then Fat Joey betrayed everyone. Shiva's still about actually, which is kind of funny. Is Shiva the only Kingdomer? Wait. Wait. Yeah. Shiva's the only Kingdomer left alive. Oh, what? Shiva's just been kicking about this whole time, basically. Yeah, they've just kept the tiger alive. That's happened. You got Beatrice, obviously. I guess she's running the Oceanside now because there's no one else to run it. Cindy's dead. Rachel's dead. Oh shit! Dwight got beheaded, didn't he? What am I doing? Dwight, get out of here! You got beheaded. Yeah. Alden's still about, and then you obviously got Magna and her group. Earl, Tammy. They survived. Gage and Rodney. Dog. Who is Dog? Who does Dog belong to? Maybe Noah. Yeah, maybe Noah is like our new Daryl. So maybe Noah owns Dog. Let's say that because he's our like 3rd biggest character at this point, which is kind of funny. Anyway, Jules has been added. Does Frances die on the coalition? Heads, she dies. Tails, she joins. So heads, she dies. Head, she dies. Tails, she joins. Head, she dies. Head, she dies. So Frances, regardless, has the same death. R.I.P. Dies. Add Amelia and Myro as one, but separate it if they survive. So this is a bit of a random one. I don't even know. This tier list that I chose just randomly decided to include these nobodies. But whatever, we'll do it anyway. We'll make it work. So we add Amelia and Milo, right? There's this mother and son who obviously Negan and Brandon bump into. Now in this scenario, obviously there is no Negan, so who does Brandon kill to prove himself to Negan? There is no Negan, so Brandon's just proven himself to... I don't even know. Who could he be proving himself to? I don't even know. Ozzy? Oh no, Gage? I don't know. Eric? I guess, yeah, maybe, I don't know. Maybe he's proven himself to Aaron and Eric, and then Eric's the one who kills... Wait, does that mean Eric dies? Oh, yeah. Who does Brandon kill? Oh, okay, so yeah. Brandon kills Eric, I guess. To prove himself to Aaron? Maybe Brandon had a crush on Aaron. Aaron, he's like, listen, I'm of age now. Brandon's like, I'm not a kid anymore. I'm like 20, okay? I'm prime time. I've killed Eric off for you. And then I guess Aaron then, that's the only way I can make it make sense. So Aaron then kills Brandon. So that was a random side plot where Brandon decided to kill Eric to try and get with Aaron. And he killed Eric. One-eyed Eric got killed. Bit of a random side plot, I know, but that's The Walking Dead for you. And then Aaron decided to kill Brandon with a rock for that. That's not Brandon, that's Dante. Brandon with a rock for that. So yeah, Eric just randomly died. And I guess Amelia and Milo, this mother and son, just have now randomly joined the group, okay? Because why not? Why not add some extras? Anyway, who gets the Sadiq death? So who figures out that Dante is a spy? And then Dante, of course, strangles said person and kills them. Amelia. So, how do we make it make sense? I don't know. Maybe Amelia was also out there at some point as well. I don't know. But anyway, Dante kills Amelia. Maybe it's because Alexandria is growing. Maybe, yeah, that could work. Like, Dante's like, oh my god, this community is growing. So obviously how, like, he kills Cheryl, the old lady, off. Maybe Dante also kills her off because she's, like, you know, injured or something. He kills her. But then, obviously, people find out and they're like, hang on, why have you killed someone? And then everyone else kind of figures out, oh, you're a whisperer. And then who decides to take out Dante? It's Yumiko. So even though she's at the hilltop, she visits Alexandria, I guess, briefly. She figures out Dante's a spy. And she's like, well, listen, this is how we should deal with him. And she just executes Dante, who's then trapped in a cave, and then eventually obviously have to spend time with Virgil. This person is going to get an eye ATM. It's Gage. Very random indeed, but okay. So Gage, you get an eye ATM because you are immortal at the moment, or immune at the moment. Yeah, so Dante dead for killing Amelia. Very random. Oh shit, we had to add Gamma. Ignore this. Ignore this. It's invalid because we hadn't added Gamma. So we had Gamma. Done. So then we have Laura's death. So who gets slammed against the bars of a cell, killed by Beta? Oh my god. Kelly. So Kelly was in Alexandria. She attempts to go stop Beta. And Beta then slams Kelly into the bars and kills her. And then obviously we have the hilltop battle. Who then gets the Gamma death? So who does Beta, you know, run up on and gut like an absolute fish? Oh. I thought it was going to be Milo then. Ah, it's just Jesus. Who cares? Jesus. Oh my god. So Jesus... he finds Jesus, he runs up on Jesus, and he guts Jesus like a fish. Oh my god, that is actually kind of sad that Jesus goes out like that. Kelly kind of had a rough deal, I feel. That was a rough death. But where are you, Jesus? R.I.P. Jesus. Now, what has Jesus actually done? Let's just have a quick scoot back, because I'm kind of curious. Jesus, 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 Jesus. So he obviously killed Simon, didn't he? Yeah, he was the one who killed Simon, and then he was also forced in the trailer. Yeah, he was in the trailer with Negan, so he kind of spent. He was like our Gabriel for that season, but then he also killed Simon. So Jesus has done a little bit. You know, he's been there. He's been in between. You know, obviously he was looking after both the Kingdom and Hilltop with Benjamin, and now Benjamin's dead, and you know we lost Benjamin, and we lost Henry, and we lost Lydia. We lost that entire family basically. And yeah, Jesus unfortunately was killed by Beta. And then who is gets the Earl death? So who's bitten and then decides to going to Earl's wife? That's quite sad. So Tammy gets her husband's death. That's quite fitting, I think. So Tammy gets bitten, obviously trying to save the children, and then I imagine Judith is the one who put it down. And Earl obviously is separated and finds out. So which three head off to the Commonwealth? So for Earl, oh yeah. So we gotta. Oh, this is kind of cool. So we gotta add 3 people to head off to the Commonwealth. Okay, okay. So Judith is going. We'll add them to this one. Judith. J-Dog. Shiva? What the fuck? This has turned into like something ridiculous. Judith, Shiva, and Luke. Might I say, probably the most fucking baffling shit imaginable. But I guess Judith was talking on the radio with someone, obviously it being stranger danger and all, but you know, that's what kids on the internet nowadays, am I right? But Judith was speaking on the radio to Stephanie, or Max, I guess, or aka Stephanie. So she decided to take her pet Shiva. I guess this whole time Judith has been looking after Shiva. Somehow, like, the tiger-child relationship, the tiger's not killed the child. Like, that's just happened. So she decides to go off to go get help, right? So I guess she doesn't tell her dad, T-Dog. She kind of goes off on her own. And I think Luke probably like sees and like runs after her trying to stop her, but it's kind of too late. She's like, "Listen, I'm on this mission." Okay, so Judith, Luke, and Shiva. What the fuck? I'm baffled. So who is the person who kills Alpha? Nicholas. Okay. So Nicholas, Clara's husband, is the one who puts an end to Alpha. Putting Alpha down. So how many people die in the final fight with the Whisperers? D6 to decide. Okay. Now, let's not be a 6, please. Why? Why? Why does it do this to me? So 6 people are dying. I feel like we've had like this happen every time. So this is going to be a brutal finale. The first person... No! So the big death is Noah. That's probably the biggest death we're going to have, let's be honest. So let me just have a scoot back. What's Noah been doing recently? He killed Jed? Yeah, he killed Jed. He went off to the kingdom, didn't he? He's the one who killed Richard. So yeah, Noah did like a fair bit. So I feel like he's like the big death. Maybe he's the one who like leads the herd. Maybe he's caused a lot of shit trying to kill Alpha. Yeah, because he's probably mad. Oh my god, no. No, we lost RJ as well? Oh my god. This finale's brutal. I don't know what to do. I'm in shock, I say. So we lose Noah, we lose RJ, so that's obviously Clara and Nicholas's son. They lose their son, he's killed by Whisperers, or maybe just by the herd. Noah maybe self-sacrifices himself at the end. Noah also loses his dog. So obviously we said that dog was Noah's dog, so dog also dies. Probably killed by walkers or whatever. So that's 3 deaths already, 3 big deaths I'd say. And then we've got 3 more to go. This is a brutal finale. I'm just going to say, because it landed on someone that can't, because he's immune at the moment. Wait, actually, no. I don't care. Gage died as well. Gage is reveals himself, and then, yeah. I don't care. I'm removing his immunity. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, fuck it. Gage also died. He was in the cave this whole time, and he was going to spend some time with Virgil. Maybe he did for a little bit, but then he was stabbed and killed. We also lose Milo. Oh my god, the Whisperers just went for the children. They went to kill the children. They were hell-bent on murdering the kids. So we lose Milo, we lose RJ, we lose Gage, we lose Dog, and we lose Noah. But there's one more. Oh my god, this is a brutal finale. Brutal finale, I say. No! No, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I veto. Okay, I veto. We're not killing Clara too. Clara's allowed 1 veto, okay? She has 1 life. It lands on Clara again, fair enough. Jules, fuck it. Luke just dumped her ass. Luke dumped her ass and fucked off to the Commonwealth. Well, I guess he didn't. He ran off. But this whole time, poor Jules thought like Luke had dumped her. Anyway, so the big death is Noah. I think Noah probably with Dog. Dog probably dies in the effort, but basically Noah lures the walkers off the cliff and then obviously dies in the process. Wait, who killed Alpha again? Nicholas. Yeah, Nicholas killed Alpha. I didn't like Clara dying. I don't give a shit. I vetoed it. Okay, I don't care. It's my rules. Yeah, so Noah obviously led the walkers off the herd, off the cliff, and Dog died in the process. And then in the attack, poor Nicholas and Alpha. Sorry, Nicholas and Clara lost their son RJ. He sadly was killed by the Whisperers. As well as Gage was killed, he was revealed to have been in the cave. He survived, but then he self-sacrifices or some shit. Jules just dies to the herd like the Beatrice death. And Milo is also attacked and killed by the Whisperers because they crazy like that. So there is no HERSHEL Ree. We can't add HERSHEL Ree, but these random people decide to join. Now, obviously, we'd met Georgie before, and Georgie was nice, and she traded us some stuff. And then these people, kind of like from like a refugees from another community, decided to come. Like, you know, Georgie was like, "Oh yeah, one of the stipulations with like all those windmill plans that we gave is you have to accept refugees when they come. So here you go, here's some new refugees for you." And we're like, "Oh, what the fuck? We didn't ask for these guys, but they're coming to us anyway, even though your community's in shit." And it's like, oh, well, fine, I guess we'll accept them. Anyway, HERSHEL Ree is not really possible because obviously Maggie died ages ago. But I'm trying to think, who have we got that could also have a child? We have to obviously have the kids' deaths. The deaths. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dog, isn't it? Dog. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Who could we have that had like a child? I don't know. Olivia, maybe? Who was Olivia with? Olivia's cooler in this scenario, okay? She kind of became a badass, okay? So, you never know. Okay. So maybe. No, I like this. Okay. So, imagine HERSHEL is not mixed race. Okay, he's not half Korean. He's just white. So Olivia and Frost are an item. Okay. And I don't think Olivia's done anything anyway this whole time. So we're gonna say that Olivia actually left. She left to go help with Georgie, and she's come back with this husband, and she also has a child. So did Georgie and the twins come? Roll a d6, and then there's little answers here. So let's just roll our d6 first. 3. If it's a 2, 3, all 3 of them. Wait. Oh, did Georgie and the twins come? Roll a d6. If it's a 1, then it's just Georgie. If it's a 2, it's her and 1 twin. If it's 3, all 3 of them. Oh, that's good. So we've got Georgie has then arrived with all the twins. So we've got Georgie. Is it Midge and Hilda, right? Hilda and Midge. I think that's what they're called. I don't care. They're silly characters, but they were also added as well. All three. So then who kills Beta? So which character was the one who took out Beta? Took out big old Beta. We added Gamma, didn't we? Wait, Gamma's still here, isn't she? Yeah, she is. Alden. Very random. But Alden was the one who took out Beta. And obviously Alpha was taken out ages ago. Just need to add her. What have I done here? What the hell have I done? These guys are up here, aren't they? Yeah, because they all died season 10. And then Beta and Alpha died at some point over here. I don't know when. Yeah. Yeah, she died after these guys. Jesus got the death. Noah. Wait, hang on. Oh, whatever. Who cares? I've mixed up things. Who killed Beta again? I actually forget. Bro, my brain's gone a second. I've rolled the wheel 153 times. Okay, Alden. It was Alden. Alden killed Beta. Sorry, Alden. Yeah, he came up and he stabbed him. Oh, I'm so confused. All right. I think everything's fine. I think everything's fine. I'm just confused. Who? Because Tammy got the. Yeah, because okay, so I need to sort this out because Tammy obviously got her husband's death. Jesus got gutted like a fish, and who was the other one? Jesus, Tammy. Yeah, and then Judith. Yeah, they went off, and then Nicholas got killed Alpha. Yeah, okay, that works. Doesn't matter. We're sorted. I'm no longer confused. Anyway, moving on. So we got who is banging Leah. Oh yeah, no, we're not moving on because we still were in season 10 COVID time. Who was banging Leah this whole time? Can't be Olivia because Olivia is with Frost. Olivia and Frost are a bit of an item, okay? Beatrice, okay. Beatrice, leader of the Oceanside. So Beatrice was banging Leah this whole time. Well, actually, it could be Olivia, but oh well. Actually, wait, no. Wait. No, fuck that. It is Olivia. We'll go with the first choice. Olivia was banging Leah. That's why there's like a problem here with the Reapers, okay? We've got a better solution. Because one thing I hate about the Reapers in Season 11 is like, why did they attack Meridian? They just wanted a place to stay. They just wanted a home. It's boring. I hate villains who are just evil for the sake of it. They attacked this place because they wanted it as a home. It's not even that great of a place. It's just a place with walls. Well, they couldn't just get anywhere. Like, the Reapers are just going from place to place looking for a new place. It makes no sense. Like, how they survive this long? I know they're mercenaries and they're tough. Cool, amazing. But they've got to live in a community if they're going to survive long with food and shit, right? So the fact that they just kind of randomly came here and stole this community, I hate that explanation. But instead, if actually the Reapers were a part of Meridian, right, but there was like a split, like Pope was the leader, right, maybe Pope was the leader, but this Georgie woman came in and started like dictating what would happen and all that, and Olivia had a relationship with Leah and then cheated on Leah with Frost. Oh, I like this. There's a whole dynamic here. Has Franklin been here this whole time? Heads yes, tails no. Heads yes. Tails, no. Heads, yes. No. Okay. And the Lucille thing, I'm just gonna say no on that because it's kind of boring. Like Lucille shows up and Negan's already dead. I don't know. Yeah. So we'll ignore that one. I hope that's okay. I hope that's okay with everyone. I'm ignoring the Lucille one. So they're dead. They died off screen. Anyway, Gage's death. So we of course have the mission to Meridian. Olivia obviously returns. Tito's like, "Yo, Olivia, what's up, my girl?" Okay, and they go on the mission to Meridian, and Earl backs up. Right, Earl decides he panics. He kind of runs away, and then they find him later. And Olivia's like, "I can't open the door, Earl. I'm sorry, I can't." And Earl's like, "You liar, you goddamn liar, Olivia." And he stabs himself multiple times and dies. And then who gets the cold death? Who is just like, I guess, stabbed has like a little axe thrown at them. It's Hilda. Is it Hilda and Midge? I don't know if that is their names. Midge is one of them, I swear. But anyway, she's dead. I don't know which one's which, but whatever. It doesn't really matter. They're twins. So that one's dead as well. So that's the cold death. And then we've got Duncan's death. So who gets fucking shish kebabbed and then eventually dies? Sadiq! What? So Sadiq was alive this whole time. And he gets shish kebabbed. Oh my god, that's because he's like, I said that before, and it landed on an Arabic guy. Like, that's kind of funny. Sorry, I mean, kebabs is like Turkish, but you get my point. It's Islamic, okay? Ironic stereotyping there. So yeah, so he gets killed, and then Agatha, who gets like fucking is in the woods like an idiot and just gets like attacked by a bunch of walkers. Oh my god, it's Connie. This is brutal. We've lost Connie already. We lost Kelly, and now we lost Connie. Both of them. Yeah, so we lost Sadiq, Connie, Hilda, and Earl. And then Frost's death. So who gets kidnapped, tortured by Pope, and the Reapers, and then eventually just is killed off screen, and then is a zombie. It's Elijah. So Elijah is also kidnapped. So well, he's kidnapped by the Reapers, and he has that happen to him. That's kind of crazy. So we lost Sadiq. And we lost Connie. And Elijah. That is mental. Mental, I say. Who is the character who puts down Pope? Now, we will add Leah to this as well. Briefly. Who kills Pope? Rodney. Okay, so I guess Rodney went on this mission, and he's the one who takes out Pope. Bit random. He's not really done anything before, but there you have it. That's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. So we'll remove Leah from that list. And then who is the character who takes out Mancia, the Reaper Preacher? Alden. Okay, he took out Beta. He's taking out this guy. He's like, I don't believe that. Alden's like, Mancia's like, listen, Alden, mate. Let's put our differences aside and join our two flocks. And then who's the character who takes out Brandon Carver? Oh, finally, T-Dog does something. Thank you. I mean, he's been the main character this whole time. He's barely done anything. T-Dog takes out Brandon Carver. He's finally taken out a villain. Oh, Jesus. Finally, T-Dog. Finally. Anyway, Alden's death. So who was left in the church? And then we like kind of, head back and we find out that unfortunately they didn't make it. Oh, that's actually really sad. Because it's Olivia's husband. So yeah, Frost got injured and she goes back to the church. Obviously, Olivia goes back to the church to like find Frost. And then she finds that he's dead. And then Olivia has to put Frost down. That is kind of brutal. That is actually kind of brutal. I think that works. So Virgil, Princess, Mercer, Max, Tommy, and the 3 people who went to the kingdom. So what we'll do is... Oh yeah, so T-Dog figured out... This whole time he thought Judith like might have died or something. He's not sure. He knew that Luke went off with her. And maybe he thought that Luke was a bit of a nonce or something, right? And Luke was like diddling his daughter. But then they'll, the friends, Yumiko and all that were like, Luke's not like that, etc., etc. And then they find out that, of course, they joined the Commonwealth along with Shiva. So they come back. So yeah, that's crazy. And we'll also add Annie. I don't know who's with Annie. I guess we'll just add Annie anyway. She's just kind of there. Anyway, so then everyone joins the Commonwealth. So, oh wait, Ozzy's still alive? I forgot about that. So, joining the Commonwealth is T-Dog, along with obviously Judith. We've got Clara and Nicholas, who obviously lost their son. They're like, in a bit of, they're not feeling too great at the moment because obviously they lost their son. Wait, I need to add all these dudes. Hang on. You got killed. You get up here. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, so you got... Yeah, T-Dog, Clara, Nicholas, who lost their son. You got Aaron, who's still there. Obviously, he's only recently lost Eric. You got Olivia, who's obviously just returned after a big hiatus from the show. She's returned, obviously, along with her son, who's pretend he's fully white. Okay, he's just a white kid. HERSHEL. She called him HERSHEL. Who knows why? She just did. Shiva's obviously there as well. That's Judith's new pet. This is like her new dog. Instead of dog, she's got Shiva. Beatrice is the leader of the Oceanside. You've got Alden still kicking about as well. Magna and Yumiko and Luke are alive. You got Gamma. You got Rodney. I guess Rodney's kind of stepped up a little bit. Ozzy, who's still about, the highwayman leader, obviously, he's still there. And Duncan, Agatha, Cole are still around. So with Georgie, Midge, and Princess. And then obviously we also have to add Mercer, Max, Tommy. Annie's obviously joined our group because of the attack on the Riverbend community, which I guess has still happened, but we just not got no connection because obviously there is no Negan. But who kills Toby Carlson? Because our people are going to do the right thing, obviously, and save this group of innocent, this innocent sort of community. So who's the one who takes out Toby Carlson? Beatrice. Okay. That is different, but I like it. So Beatrice stepping up, where Oceanside is a bit more involved in this rewrite, I feel, because like the members have actually been doing stuff. So Toby Carlson is stopped. He's an end is put to Toby Carlson, and he's killed by Beatrice of all people, which is very different. And then we have the Marco death. So he was shot and killed by Leah. Wait, who was banging? Obviously Olivia was the one banging Leah this whole time. And now she's like mad. It's actually kind of bittersweet though, if you think of it, because Olivia would have shot Leah, but yeah, Olivia probably would have shot Leah, but obviously saw her get away and decided to spare her, only then to later find out that Frost, her husband, died. So that is pretty brutal. So then, like, Leah's tracking down to kill Olivia, along with, like, her friends. But which person does Leah manage to shoot and kill? Oh, that's actually brutal. Georgie, the one who brought them all together. I like that. That works. So yeah, Leah is the one. Leah kills Georgie in front of Olivia, the person who brought their communities together. And then who is the character who finally puts an end to Leah? Yumiko. It's a bit random, but whatever. Yumiko comes to the rescue of Olivia, as maybe Leah's strangling Olivia, yeah. And Yumiko puts an end to it. But who is the character who kills Sebastian? So which character puts an end to Sebastian Milton? Preferably, maybe by accident. It's T-Dog, finally! He's taking out more people. So T-Dog takes out Sebastian Milton, pushing him into a walker. Wait. Okay, listen, hear me out. So, Judith was talking to what's her name? Max, right? And sort of befriended her. So now T-Dog is talking to Max. So I think in this scenario, T-Dog is with Max, okay? So T-Dog was with Laurie, then with Jesse, and now T-Dog is with Max, okay? So this is T-Dog's new girlfriend. She's probably a bit young for him, but oh well. He's with Max. Anyway, who is killing Lance? So who puts Lance out of his misery? Oh, it's Lando Shiva then. It's actually Judith. So Judith puts an end to Lance after his schemes fail. After Judith is the one character who doesn't get kidnapped and put in the labor camp. And then who gets shot in the finale and the characters have to rush to the hospital? It's Yumiko again. So Yumiko is shot and everyone's like, oh my god, no, not Yumiko. Anyway, so they rush Yumiko to the hospital. Pretty funny. Sorry, I had to cough. Anyway, shit. D20 time. How many people are dying in the finale? One? One person is dying in the finale. Okay. Well, which person is dying in the finale? Which one character is dying in the finale? Princess. I roll a d20 for pure carnage, and it's just Princess. That's less than the show. Wait, hang on. I'm rolling one more. I can't end on that. 13's too many. Wait, hang on. We won't roll a d20. We'll roll a d6. Okay, we had one, and we're having 6 extra deaths. I don't care. I make up the rules as I go along. So we had Princess. She obviously got eaten by walkers or whatever. We lose Annie. That's fine. She's a character that's just been introduced anyway. She self-sacrifices herself for Yumiko and for the others, obviously. So we lose Annie. Annie's dead. Princess dead. We'll say that Princess is one of the 6. So that's 2. Right, so we have to do 4 more. We'll do 4 more. And then we'll end it there, okay? We lose Midge. That's fine. She goes too. But I feel like we had to lose all 3 of Georgie and the twins. Georgie had like a good arc anyway. She brought everyone together, and that costed her life. And then we've got 3 more extra ones to go. 3 extra deaths. Let's go. No! Why did I do it? Why did I test the fates? T-Dog, obviously, no more immunity. So, big finale death. Big death. Saves everyone. Saves human race. T-Dog. Okay? He is the big finale death, okay? And then we'll do like 1 more. I know 2 more, isn't it? Gamma, who gives a fuck? Gamma dies too. Maybe she gets bitten on the arm like Lydia does, but in this scenario, she just bleeds out. How stupid is that as well? That Lydia loses her arm, gets her arm chopped off in like an Agatha. Who gives a fuck? She's just a random death at the start, I guess. Oh, that's awesome. There we are. Okay, who actually... Lydia... How did Lydia survive that? That's the dumbest shit imaginable. Anyway, in the season 11. Anyway, so, yeah. So, Agatha dies to the herd. Annie dies to the herd. Midge dies to the herd. Gamma maybe self-sacrifices a little bit. Princess self-sacrifices a little bit. But the big final death is T-Dog lures all the walkers away. And he says to, Judith, like, listen, you found this place, etc., etc. I love you, etc., etc. You're amazing. You're my daughter. You're your mother's daughter too. So all these characters, they all die. And then, of course, T-Dog, the last big death of the series, self-sacrifices himself. It's epic. It's sad. Critics everywhere say it's the best finale death around because it's the saddest thing imaginable. And poor T-Dog is the big final death. And, he dies. Whew. I think that works. Who else do we lose? Annie as well, yeah. Princess, Annie, Midge, Gamma, Agatha. Why was it all women? Like I said, this wheel is very sexist, okay? It hates the women. The only woman it's spared is Clara, and actually it didn't spare Clara. I had to veto. Max is all really upset, and Judith has got her pet tiger. So, anyway, finally, we'll wrap up in a minute, but final thing we've got, do they execute Pamela Milton? Heads, yes. Tails, no. Heads, yes. Heads, yes. Tails, no. Heads, yes. Haha. So they execute Pamela Milton. Wait, Leah's dead, isn't she? Did I add Virgil in the end? Oh my god. I did add Virgil. So get up here, Virgil. These guys are all dead, aren't they? So they died. They died after. So Sebastian. And we've also executed Pamela. So after the death of T-Dog, we decide, fuck that all life is precious shit. Fuck justice. This is justice. We believe in the death penalty here. So we execute Pamela Milton in revenge for T-Dog's death. So, yes, she's dead. And then finally, who becomes the governor of the Commonwealth? I was going to land on Shiva. Judith. Okay. So this is how we end it. Even though she's a kid, maybe everyone's like, wow, she's like the smartest kid around. So they they let her be the governor, which is a bit random. But she does have a tiger, though. She has a pet tiger. So, I mean, listen, I'd probably vote for the motherfucker with the pet tiger. So, Judith becomes the story ends with Judith becoming, obviously, J-Dog, Judith Douglas, okay? She's called Judith Douglas, not Judith Grimes. Judith Douglas becomes the governor of the Commonwealth, along with her pet tiger Shiva by her side. Obviously, Max was kind of like this motherly sort of best friend that she had on the radio. Obviously, there's not a romantic thing there, but her and T-Dog were together. So in a way, Max is kind of like a stepmother to her. So she has that to her too. So that's kind of where Max's story ends. Obviously, Clara and Nicholas both were together. They lost their child, but I think this is kind of like a Daryl Carroll situation now, right? I feel like Nicholas would probably kind of... no, I feel like Clara would be the Daryl. I think Clara probably goes off. She heads off into sort of the wilderness to kind of do her own thing. So, do you know what? We'll do this. So, in this scenario, I think, Clara... I don't normally do the spin-offs, but I think we'll make an exception for the two spin-offs that are largely unconnected. I'm not doing this. The CRM one just annoys me, so I'm not doing that. What the hell? We'll make that like that color. Okay. France, and this is Dead City. Okay. So yeah, Clara is kidnapped and goes to France in this rewrite, and then I think eventually Nicholas joins in season 2. So Clara is our Daryl, Nicholas is our Carol. Okay, and then we've got Dead City. I think this one is obvious. It's going to be Olivia heading off to New York, obviously, along with her son. What was he called? HERSHEL. I don't know why she named him HERSHEL, but she named him HERSHEL randomly. She heard the story of HERSHEL, the guy who was shot and killed on a medical mission years ago to save some random guy called Jim. Yeah, so she hears that, she names her son after that. Well, who knows why? Who does she go with though? Who would that work with? Maybe like Duncan. Yeah, like Duncan. She goes with Duncan and Cole perhaps, and maybe like instead of maybe like Duncan did something. Maybe like Duncan was partially responsible for Frost's death. Maybe I don't know. Maybe that happened. Maybe Duncan wasn't gardening him, so like Olivia had like a bit of rivalry with these two. Or maybe they caused the war. Maybe like the reason why Meridian fell, the reason why the Reapers like they had that split was something to do with these guys. So she has that rivalry between these two. So those two are in New York along with Olivia and her son. So that made sense. But obviously, Judith and Shiva, the leader, she's got Max there. Aaron, I think, returns to Alexandria and just kind of rules Alexandria on his own. Beatrice, obviously, ruler of whatchamacallit, the Oceanside. Who did we say is the leader of Yumiko? Yeah. So Yumiko is leading the Hilltop along with probably Magna and because Olivia probably was doing that too. But no, Olivia. It doesn't mean that the Maggie replacement doesn't have to necessarily be the leader of Hilltop. So yeah, Yumiko and Magna and Alden are looking after. I guess Luke as well. Like those three, and Alden's there too. They're looking after Hilltop. And I guess Rodney as well. Ozzy's probably still kicking about. Maybe he lives in the Commonwealth and he's watching all the movies he can get. You obviously have Mercer there, who's still in the Commonwealth. Tommy, who, maybe he visits Yumiko from time to time. And then Virgil, who's just kind of there. So there you go. That is the rewrite. I think this one was quite good. Okay, I think, T-Dog having the big death, he was like the big final death, that kind of worked too. Obviously, he lost his immunity in the final season, that's how it works. I think that kind of worked. Yeah, T-Dog was the protagonist. He's the only character who survived from season 1 all the way to season 11. But we end the season with no season 1 characters alive, which is kind of crazy. A lot of them got killed off earlier on. I think, when was the last one? The last one was... Who was the last season 1 character to die? God, I don't even remember. Sophia was in season 4. I guess it would have been Louis Morales, wouldn't it? Yeah. Louis Morales was the... Yeah, he would have been it. Morgan. It was Morgan, yeah. Crazy. It was a crazy rewrite, but I kind of liked how some of these things, like I like how Olivia kind of in a natural way kind of felt like a new Maggie, and Clara kind of felt naturally like a new Daryl. So, and it's kind of crazy that Clara survived this whole time too, which is fun. Only because I changed that rule. But there you have it. That's the rewrite. Hope you enjoyed. Link in the description. Obviously, the formula is also in the description and also in a pinned comment. I can't fit the whole thing in the description. There's not enough room. So half of it, most of it's in the description. The rest is in a pinned comment. And yeah, goodbye.